No, that's fine.
I don't
Okay.
see us on.
I believe we are back. We apologize for that brief intermission of some technical difficulties, but we are indeed back with the Hornets currently up 1-0 in our best of 5 series. I am still joined by Debbie. We are going to get people back into the lobby and then we're going to get things going. Debbie, give me some 10-second filler about that first game for me while I bring the players in.
So the Hornets, both Ant and Mythicality, playing very aggressive, going through, getting bumps and demos against this new Coyotes roster, and it worked out in their favor. Able to walk away from game one with a 1-goal lead right there, winning 4-3. And now it is the Coyotes' turn to respond here as we get underway, going into game number 2. And no Wiener off the kickoff. Mythicality able to catch it right here.
Wonderful filler, Debbie. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. You can keep going if you fancy, actually. Why not?
Wow. Okay.
Go on,
Appreciate that.
take it.
So nice of you,
Yeah.
Mr. Rhino, the man himself. And now Quinks looking to try to force an opportunity right there. Now, knowing he's going to take a quick shot. Mythicality has the backflip to get that save right there. And now the Coyotes still looking to keep this ball on the offense. Quinks is going to get in the way of Mythicality over here in a half at the midfield. And now Ant's going to have to take care of the ball, going off the wall, looking to air dribble this out. Trying to get a flip reset off of his defensive positioning right there. Instead, he's going to be able to bang it down into Coyotes territory. Quinks is going to be able to drop it down, leave it down for no winner, who's going to boom it downfield to a waiting Ant. Ant looking for Mythicality on the redirect. Mythicality unable to make contact. And some solid plays coming out from both teams so far right now.
Yeah, really, really nice from both teams, actually. It's nice to see after the first game, kind of goal fest at the start, that both teams have kind of tried to figure out their groove, figure out where they're playing, where they want the ball to be played. Really nice to see. And Mythicality, I believe that if he gets that touch back into the midfield for Ant, I think that's Hornets 1-0. But at the minute, as it is, it's still 0-0 with a minute and a half gone almost in this second game. And the Coyotes really trying to show us that they are here to stay in this Star League. They're really putting up a fantastic performance against such a established team as Mythicality and Ant. So it's great to see from them, and I'm just super excited to see who's going to get the first goal and the win in this particular game.
Yeah, very interesting. So far, no goals coming out from either team, but the Hornets trying to change that right now. If they're able to take this ball down into the Coyotes territory now, Quicks is going to take his time right here, looking for a dribble, trying to draw one defender out, which he does, but it ends up back in the Coyotes territory where Winner's able to get a clear downfield that's quickly responded to by the Hornets. And now Coyotes back on the offensive. Ant going to be there lurking in midfield to prevent any further offensive push. Now a little fight here going on in the midfield. Mythicality is finally able to get the ball under control, looking for Ant. And just a little bit too late, unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Now 1v1 opportunity. Quink's not able to get the flick that he was looking for, but he's still going to be on the ball, looking for a shot. Mythicality able to handle that shot right there. And now Mythicality and No Wiener 50 in the air. This ball's going to bounce around in midfield. Now Ant's going to take possession right here, looking for a double touch. Able to find it, but it's going to hit the back wall. Now it's Mythicality's turn, 50 against Quinks right there. Now both Coyotes players in the corner. And both teams have had solid opportunities. Nothing to come of it yet, Rhino.
That was so close. Quinks, if he just got a little bit of a better flick on that ball, that's going over the top of Mythicality, and we're looking at 1-0 Coyotes. I mean, both teams have had fantastic opportunities. Neither have been able to take them as of yet, and this is I feel like it's a much closer affair than the first game, right? In the first game, although the Coyotes got some goals, we really felt like the Hornets had the advantage with their better communication, their better positioning. This game, I don't feel the same way. I feel like the Hornets have had some good pressure, but they've not been able to make it stick, and that's from some fantastic defending coming out from this Coyotes team. And they're really showing that they've got the communication, they've got the positioning just as much as this Hornets team do, which is really, really exciting and really scary. If you're coming up against this Coyotes team for the rest of the season, you've got to really, really watch out for these two, because you know, they're really starting to figure things out, and this is only week one. They're only going to improve.
100%, and I'm really loving the physicality coming out from both squads. Both of them getting involved in some bumps and demos here, trying to force an opportunity. But Mythicality able to take control of this, and he's gonna hit the ball wide, gonna leave it off for Ant. Like Ant going off the wall, looking for a flip reset. Does he have it? Ooh, no. Doesn't look like it, and No Winner's gonna bump Mythicality off the ball, make way for his teammate here, who gets the flick, and in defense needs to make a save, and he does, keeping this game tied up 0-0 with under 30 seconds remaining. Are we gonna have overtime here? Quinks trying to keep this ball in the Hornets half. And gonna take it off the corner, gonna get a little pinch off the wall. Now No Winner needs to get this past Mythicality. He won't. Mythicality gonna go off the wall, looking for a touch, unable to find what he's looking for. 10-second countdown has already begun. 3 seconds remaining. Coyotes on the offense. The ball looking to hit the ground, and we have overtime, Rhino.
I don't know how many times there's been a 0-0 in FDL overtime. I don't remember a time where that's happened. I could be wrong, but I'm sure there has been, but I just can't remember it right now. So this is super interesting. Two Star League teams, very evenly matched, very physical, and the Hornets now trying to get that conversion. That's just going to miss high on the goal, but Mythicality's going to get the second touch. It's not quite going to find its home, and that's been the story of this entire game, Debbie. Neither team can find that finishing touch.
And this might possibly have been Mythicality, just monstrous on defense so far. The Hornets defense just not relenting, not giving up even an inch to this Coyotes offense right here. Both teams just absolutely goated right now on the defense, and now the Hornets looking for their own opportunity. Quinks is going to win the 50-50. This could be a counterattack opportunity. Mythicality is going to dump it off to Ant. Smart play coming out from the Hornets, but nothing for No Winner right there, as he's able to oh my gosh, put a crazy shot on target that's just gonna go wide, unfortunately for the Coyotes. Mythicality now taking control of the ball, gonna send it downfield into the Coyotes half. And not there yet to contest the ball. No Winner's able to dribble this downfield. Now Mythicality able to take it away, looking for a shot on target. It's a little bit off. Quink's able to doink it away, and up in the air early. Soft touch, not the touch or shot he was looking for. Quick pinch out towards the Coyotes goal. Nothing there yet. And definitely we're still seeing the same trend as before earlier on in the game. And could this be it? Could this be it? Quick's putting it. Oh my gosh. Mythicality, you absolute mad lad. He's just bigger, Rhino.
This could be the best 0-0 game of all time. I like you think about 0-0, right? And you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's a boring game. No one's really done anything. You know, kind of dead. No, this is the most fascinating, the most interesting 0-0 game in history, and it's not even done yet. 2 minutes 20 on OT. We've had over 7 minutes without a goal in Rocket League. That is unheard of, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here anyway. Quink's going to send this one forwards. Ant's going to get the clear. And something I want to bring people's attention to right now is the fact that the Coyotes together have 1 save. Now that's 2. 2 total saves in almost 8 minutes. That to me says that it might not even be defenses that are on top. It just tells me that the Hornets offense isn't quite strong enough right now. They're not getting shots on goal. They're not getting shots on target. And that is what's costing them in this particular game. Their defense is great. Their saves are fantastic. But when you're not getting shots on goal, that is a problem. And that is causing them a big problem right now, Debbie.
Yes, and we can look at the stats right now. About 3 shots to 7 shots from the Coyotes. And if they're able to keep up this unrelenting pressure, you know, by the numbers, the Coyotes should be able to at least expect 1 goal eventually. Or will it be the Hornets here? As they've had quite a few opportunities, but like you said, maybe just not being able to put it on target when they need to. And now Ant able to send it downfield. Quink's looking to catch the ball right here, but instead Ant's going to win out, looking to center this out for Mythicality. Mythicality's scoring!
That
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm gonna use a cliche that's quite often used in football, or as you Americans like to call it, soccer. Is the best teams find a way to win when you're not playing the best. Okay? And that's exactly what happened there. The Hornets weren't having their best game. A couple of whiffs, a couple of problems in the attacking half, certainly in the attacking third. And they just weren't able to get their rhythm, but they managed to grind out. And that's what it was. It was a grind. They grinded out a win through fantastic defense, countering the other way. And eventually it's a moment of brilliance from Mythicality to get that touch on the right-hand side of the goal. You should not be winning a game with 4 shots in the space of 9 minutes. That should not be happening. But this Hornets team have proven that they can really dig deep. They can get the saves. They can keep themselves in the game to make it so that they win a game like that. I mean, that was I stand by that. That was the most enthralling 0-0 game of Rocket League I've ever seen in my life.
It was most certainly exciting. And I mean, 7 shots coming out from the Coyotes and 7 saves coming out from the Hornets. That's a phenomenal defensive stand right there coming out from the Hornets. And now they have the Coyotes on match point. One and I think that was a good response from the Coyotes. They definitely upped the aggression and cut down on the Hornets' aggression. But like you said, the Hornets were able to just squeak out that win in overtime, and that there needs to be a mindset change here for the Coyotes.
As much as I need to relax after that game, we do not get one, as game 3 is coming at you nice and quickly, as No Wiener playing that one into the left-hand corner. Ant's going to be able to bring this one down on the sidewall. He does get the second touch as well, and Mythicality's waiting in the midfield for a cross. He's going to try and find it. It's going to go high. He's not quite going to get the shot he wanted, and now the Coyotes should be able to counter-attack. They are going to. Quinks is going to try and find No Wiener. He does! Over the top of the defending Ant. Nowhere for him to go. The Coyotes make a big statement in this game 3.
And what an opening right here. I didn't even see No Wiener down there in the offensive half for the Coyotes. My camera was stuck on Quinks right there, and I just see No Wiener coming out of nowhere and taking full advantage of that mispositioned Hornets defense, catching them out for once.
Yeah, and it's all Mythicality. That's a phenomenal save. It's all off the back of a counter-attack coming out from the Coyotes, and this might be a counter-attack here as Mythicality is looking to get that shot. Quinks has missed it, but he will be able to recover. Absolutely incredible recovery from Quinks. He missed the initial shot, but he still gets the save, and now Hornets have some defending to do. Mythicality fakes that one. No Wiener flies over the top of him, still managed to get the touch onto Ant, so they can't quite mount the attack as quickly as they wanted. No Wiener with another save. Ant trying to send that one towards goal, but he's not quite able to do it, and Mythicality trying to bring this one round. Quinks is trying to get the clear, and he does. So, Quinks on the left-hand wall now, trying to play this one towards the Hornets goal. Mythicality's going to be there to meet him, and he does win it. No Wiener is trying to get this one back away from their side, but Mythicality's up very nice and quickly. No Wiener with the miss. That's going to put his team under pressure, but Mythicality's going to send that one with a bit too much force. Ant not expecting it, he's going to go back to the midfield. Ant playing that one off the back wall. Mythicality not 100% that he can win the 50-50, so he goes back. Quinks trying to get this one now towards the Hornets net. Ant's going to be there on the clear, and Mythicality's going to finish that one off. No Wiener trying to send this one back, but all he does is center it for Ant, who's going to be up without too many problems. Going to play it into Mythicality. He's going to get the touch on the bonnet. Wonderful interplay from Ant and Mythicality. You can tell they've been playing together. Wonderful pass from Ant. Great finish from Mythicality. We're all square again, Debbie.
Oh my word, and what a passing play coming out from the Hornets right there. Absolutely phenomenal play right there, and it's similar shades of that last game. The Hornets not having that many opportunities, but they've been able to capitalize on the few opportunities given to them so far. Now the Coyotes need to make sure that they prevent this Hornets team from breaking out and taking this lead.
Yeah, and they might just do that as Ant trying to get this one back into the centre of the field. He's trying to get the second touch. He doesn't do so, but No Wiener's not confident enough that he was going to miss that to go for the ball. So now he's going to try and get it on the second chance. No Wiener trying to get that second touch on the ground, not able to do so. Mythicality's going to find it in the corner, and now Quinks is going to try and put some pressure on, but he's going to miss that one. Mythicality is able to bring it away. On this left-hand side for the Hornets now, he tries to play it over the top of Quinks. He does get past one, but No Wiener's there and says no. Ant plays this one into the midfield. No Wiener needs to make this save, and he's not quite able to do so, but Ant misses wide left. and now the Coyotes can come back on a counter attack. He's wonderfully played it over the top of Mythicality. Ant's there with a great recovery though, and he is able to clear this one for the Hornets. Mythicality trying to get it past Quinks, a little bit of trickery, trying for the fakes, but Quinks reads that one. It's popped up. Mythicality going for the shot on the left-hand side of the goal. He plays it over the top of Nowina, but Quinks is going to be there on the cleanup. He just missed on the crossbar, and now Nowina has a chance of a goal, but Mythicality is going to shut him down in the midfield. Quink's going to send this one into the corner. Ant should have no problems clearing that one, and indeed he does. That's a boom from Ant, and Mythicality leaves that one to his teammate on the right-hand side, trying to get it past this resolute Coyotes defense, but they're not quite able to do so just yet. Mythicality going for the boost now, which means that Noeen's going to be able to bring this one away on with a 1v1. Mythicality needs to be very, very careful, and he's not careful enough. Noweena takes charge, puts it over the top of the defending Mythicality. A minute 41 on the clock. Coyotes have a lead, Debbie.
And that was a fantastic heads-up play coming out from Noweener. Recognizing that Mythicality was actually just going for the fake challenge there, realizes he has more than plenty of space right there, and takes the shot that he wants, catching Mythicality out of position, able to get a quick lead for the Coyotes. And now Quinks playing a little bit of Disruptor.
I mean, both of the Coyotes have been playing Disruptor this whole game. I mean, they're being so physical with the Hornets team, not giving them a moment's peace, and with a fantastic save over the top of his own net, but under pressure the entire time from Quinks, and that one's going to find its way onto the crossbar as well. Oh my goodness, the Coyotes putting so much pressure on this Hornets defense. They're at 6s and 7s. They don't know where they are. Mythicality's challenging for a ball that he didn't really have any right to win, but he is going to go for the shot. That one might find the top left corner, and it would just be so Mythicality for him to do that, but he isn't quite able to do so, and now he needs to pick up another boost and get ready to go again. Quinks with a shot downfield. Ant should be there with the save, and he is doing just that. He plays this one off the wall now, not quite able to get the shot. Mythicality needs to win that, he doesn't, and now it's dangerous for the Hornets. It's so dangerous, in fact, that the Coyotes are able to convert off the back of winning the ball in midfield. They give themselves a 2-goal cushion, Debbie.
100%, and that was just unfortunate for the Hornets, and not finding the touch that he wants. Mythicality being pushed up just a little bit too aggressive right there. Needs to make the challenge or immediately return to net. He opts for the challenge and isn't able to beat out the Coyotes, and they convert.
Yeah, something I feel like it's important to say right now is actually the Hornets, for all we've been saying about them being the experienced team and the ones who know FDL quite well, they're actually at a salary disadvantage. Mythicality is sitting at a 14.9, Ant is sitting at a 14.8, but Noweener is at a 14.7, but Quinks is actually at a 15.7. So a whole 1,000 MMR above his teammate. The Hornets are going to try and make this finish a little bit more interesting than maybe it should have been, with Mythicality finding an opening on the right-hand side of the net, but I can't say I'm a believer just yet, Debbie.
5 seconds remaining. It's definitely going to be a tall order against this Coyotes team that's looking pretty put together so far.
That's a chance, though. And flying through the air. Oh. Oh, if anyone was going to do it, it was going to be Ant. Oh, very, very close one from Ant there, but not quite able to make the conversion. And the Coyotes find their way back in the series. It's now 2-1 to the Hornets. We have potentially 2 more games, and that's going to give the Coyotes a lot of confidence, isn't it, Debbie?
100%. Maybe the Coyotes are finally feeling confident, like you said, feeling maybe like they're playing the way that they want to, especially against this Hornet squad that seemed like they were going to be unstoppable going through this series. That that defensive stand that they had in game 2 was pretty phenomenal. It looked like the Coyotes were trying to throw everything that they had against them, but it looks like going into game 3 right here, they figured this Hornet squad out. They're taking their time, and they're not giving the Hornets enough space to create the plays that they were going for earlier.
Something I want to draw people's attention to just before it goes off our screen is the fact that Noweener, Quinks, Mythicality, and Ant are so close when it comes to every stat across the board. Okay, Mythicality on a 4.53, Noweener on a 4.52. Both teams had 8 and 9 shots respectively. Both teams had 3 and 2 goals respectively. There is nothing at the minute that is separating these two teams on a game-by-game basis. They are both just fantastic at Rocket League, and and it's fun. It's absolutely wonderful to watch, Debbie.
100%. Star League is definitely one of the most entertaining leagues because these are players that just have enough skill where they're able to go for mechanical plays and they're playing fast, and it's just scrappy enough where it's extremely enjoyable to watch in my opinion.
Yeah, super enjoyable to watch, and I bet it's also very stressful for some fantasy team players. We've not mentioned that yet. This is Star League, and your fantasy teams are being affected right in front of your eyes, as it's Quinks gets the conversion 8 seconds into game number 4, really putting the Hornets on notice early, Debbie.
Yeah, that was a fantastic opportunity for the Coyotes, able to win that kickoff and then just capitalize on the Hornets, who were still trying to get back into position off of the kickoff.
Ooh.
And Mythicality able to get back just in time right there. But it was
Sure.
fantastic start. And Mythicality with a good start himself here in game number 4.
That's what Mythicality is all about, right? He wants to put that defensive line under pressure, and if you make a mistake, he's going to be there. No Wiener really needed to challenge that as it dropped to the floor, but he wasn't 100% confident in his positioning. He wasn't 100% sure where Mythicality was, and that cost him right there, and that gave the Hornets their way back into this game. It's now all tied up with 30 seconds gone, 1-1, and we're no closer to finding a winner of this series, Debbie.
No, sir, all tied up still. And it looks like both teams still looking for those physical plays. No Wiener was able to take out Mythicality with a demo there in the back, trying to open up some space, relieve some pressure for Quinks.
Absolutely, he was. And now Ant is trying to get something going on the left-hand side. He got a shout from Mythicality there saying, I'm censoring, but wasn't quite able to find the ball. And now No Wiener trying to play this one off the side ball. A little bit of a fake, but it's not quite worked out for him, and now Mythicality is going to try and turn around on this ball. He's not able to do so. It just gets away from him. The Coyotes should be able to bring this ball forwards now with its Quinks, and he does win that 50 over Ant, so it's going to be dangerous for the Hornets, but Mythicality, that is ridiculous. Surely that's not destined for the net. It might be. No, Wiener with a save! His recovery time is so good, and he manages to keep the scoreline at 1-1, Debbie.
What a showing coming out from both teams, and I like how both teams are definitely getting physical here, looking for some bumps and demos right there. Mythicality being able to dodge a deletion right there, but I'm liking the opportunities from both teams. I like how both teams are playing right now. Both teams not trying to give an inch to either opposing team. Both are trying to make sure they're in each other's faces and.
He was trying to go mythical there. That's what was happening right there. He was trying to take on both players with one shot, and he might not be able to do it about 10 seconds ago, but he can do it now. Ant finds the pass. It's over the top of Quinks, and suddenly the Hornets are back in control on match point.
What a response coming out from the Hornets right now. Almost at about halfway. Now it's going to be the Coyotes' turn to respond. They're going to have to find and break down this Hornets defense if they want to.
Hello.
I'm just gonna stop talking. Seems like both teams just love scoring whenever I'm talking about them.
No Wiener, welcome to the FDL. Flick over the top of Ant, flick over the top of Mythicality. They're not even there, Debbie. They're somewhere else. Mythicality's gone mythical. He's not even existing in the server right now, and he's just gone past him. It's so back and forth. It's so difficult to actually understand and try and figure out exactly what's going on, because Mythicality's going to be here and make it 3-2 to the Hornets. There's 2 minutes 30 on the clock, Debbie. We've only played half this game and I have no idea what's going on.
Looking reminiscent of game number 1. Both teams just taking turns exchanging goals right now. And No Wiener right there, I think, was the one who got the save, just not strong enough to clear it out fully, get it out of harm's way. And Mythicality, of course, the myth. Just able to fully capitalize on that, gain the lead for his team. I had to do it to him.
You had to do it to him. Ant with the clear, but Quinks is going to be able to put this one on. Oh, I thought Quinks was going to be able to put that one on net, but unfortunately he misses wide right, and now that gives the Hornets a chance to recuperate. No Wiener in the corner. Going to try and put this one in the middle. Actually, Mythicality's going to do it for him, but he's going to put it over the top of his own goal. Very, very clever from him. And now it's a pinch from the Hornets. That's destined for the bottom corner. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Star League teamwork.
Oh my! And it couldn't have looked more on purpose than what it did. It looked like it felt like I was there in the game, staring Ant down, saying, "Let's pinch this." What phenomenal teamwork coming out from this Hornets team. That chemistry from last season definitely proving dividends.
Absolutely paying dividends without question. Mythicality going to bring this one forward, trying to get it over the top of its Quinks, but not quite able to do so. And now Nowina is going to be able to send this one into the box, and the Quinks is going to be there on the end of it. The Coyotes will not go down without a fight, Debbie.
No, they will not. And nice little dump out from No Winner to Quinks right there. Good connection. Able to keep themselves in this game here with about a minute 36 remaining.
Absolutely, about a minute 36. That's not a great kickoff for the Coyotes, and Ant's going to make them pay for that one. 5-3 to the Hornets. They get back their 2-goal lead, and it's not very often you see kickoff goals in Star League, but when they do happen, it doesn't feel good, Debbie.
No, actually, I'm pretty sure I remember watching a Coyotes game from last season that just had a tremendous amount of kickoff goals.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it was a completely different roster, though, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the other side of the field.
But you know, you got to live up to your organization's history. So Nowina's going to bring this one forward. He's going to try and get it past Mythicality, but Mythicality's got wise to his antics. He's going to put that one away. Ant on the return. He's going to play that one on the side wall, and now he's going to try and get it past Quinks. But nice defense in the midfield to try and slow down this Hornets offense. Mythicality now looking for the pinch on the ground. Not able to find it. Nowina battling with Mythicality. He just needs to get it into the center for Ant to score the goal. 6-3, and I think it might be fair to say with 50 seconds on the clock that the Hornets have got their first win of the season, Debbie.
Yeah, there's still 57 seconds remaining. If the Coyotes take a book, take a note out of their previous rule or playbook, start getting some kickoff goals, maybe they could return, make a comeback in this game right here in this series. But with shots like that coming out from Mythicality, it's looking less and less likely as time is indeed beginning to dwindle down here in game number 4.
And this is something that you can see with quite a few inexperienced FDL teams, is when you've not played in this league, it's really easy to panic and start to think, wait, hang on, we're 5-3 down, we're 6-3 down. I mean, there's still time on the clock, so we've just got to go offense, and you completely leave your game plan behind. And I think that's exactly what the coaches did there. They cheated up. They had a little bit too much room behind them, and the Hornets were able to capitalize on that, and being the people that were in charge, they had absolutely no problem in converting that goal. So a valiant effort from the Coyotes, but I hope this is a lesson learned for them, that you know that their game plan was working for the rest of this series, so there's no reason to abandon it 1 minute before the end of the series, because they still had a chance at 5-3, 6-3. But when you hit that 7th goal, when there's a 4-goal difference, it's really difficult to believe, and Ant's going to put the exclamation point on this particular game. 8-3 to the Hornets. They run out, I would say, deserved winners in the end, but that Coyotes team are going to cause some real problems for a lot of Star League this season.
Yes, and it's I wouldn't say that this is an ultimate defeat or like a grand defeat for the Coyotes. They definitely came out and played good Rocket Leaguers, especially against such a known duo here in FDL. They were definitely playing against chemistry, because I know you mentioned earlier that the Hornets were at a salary disadvantage, but that chemistry definitely coming out and showing its true value here for the Hornets, as they were able to take out the Coyotes in 4 games.
Absolutely, they were able to take it in 4 games, and unfortunately, we will not be able to get the Hornets in for a post-game interview, because we do have to get on with the rest of our games this evening. So with that said, that has been the Hornets versus the Coyotes in Star League. The Hornets run out 3-1 winners in the end. over the Coyotes. Any final thoughts from you, Debbie, before we wrap this up and get on with our next game?
Uh, no, sir. I'm just looking forward to the rest of the FDL action that is going to be provided throughout this week.
Absolutely, and we do not have to wait long, as in a matter of moments, we will have the Colts taking on the Griffins. We are sticking in Star League, so we will bring that to you as soon as we have it. Please do not go anywhere. We will see you in a few minutes.
Skin for so long. Oh, I am in your head, so tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. You fell under my spell now. My spell, you fell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now. My spell, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell now. My spell, my spell, my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell.
Hello, Frontier Doubles League. It is your boy, Runnerboy11, and it is a pleasure to be back with you again to bring you some more Star League action. But of course, I cannot do it alone, mainly because my contractual obligation says I need to have a minder. So, here to be that for me today is Frank Carnival. How are you this evening, my good man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. We have the Colts taking on the Griffins in this one in particular. Talk to me about these particular teams. So we've got Harmonic and we've got Marks playing against Silpha and Saucy. Do you have any experience with these players? Do you know what to expect from these boys?
Yeah, I just played the Colts in a scrim, and I have seen the Griffins players play before, so it's gonna be a good match for sure. We do have an A versus C lineup, so definitely it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Really interesting. So yeah, the Griffins are rocking their A lineup with Silpha and Saucy. The Colts are actually running their C lineup. So we will see how that plays out as Marks and Silpha are going to go for this kickoff. Mark's going to win that one and Saucy's going to read it on the bounce though. So early Colts pressure, it looks like, as Harmonic's going to try and get this one into the middle for Marks, but that's a fantastic clear from Saucy. He plays it on the right-hand side. Marks needs to get the clear. He needs to be very careful because the Griffins are lying in wait, on the midfield, but that one is going to go back towards the Griffins' goal, and Silpha with a fantastic clear. Marks is going to be on the read, but it's not going to go goal bound. No one's really taking charge of that one for the Griffins until Saucy manages to get that one, and now Silpha sends that one towards goal. Marks, he's not going to get there, and he's just going to not have the boost or the pace. 1-0 to the Griffins. Frank.
It's a great shot from Silpha. He caught Mark kind of lacking upfield there, so perfect shot, perfect timing.
Absolutely. So we then have a 1-0 lead for the Griffins. As we've said, this is their A lineup, although Brian chat seems to think that's not the case. It's a double demo in the midfield, so Harmonic had a bit of a chance there, but Saucy's going to be able to bring this one away on the left-hand side. He's going to try and get the ball into the midfield, but Marks is going to be there with a nice read on the side wall, now bringing in some pressure for the Colts. Harmonic playing it back to Marks. That's a fantastic pass. He's going to try and find the bottom left-hand corner. Saucy with a save, going to send this one back towards midfield, and the Griffins are going to try and regroup. Harmonic sending that one just to the right of the goal. Saucy's going to be on the clear. A bit of a fake for Marks, but he is going to be able to read that one eventually and keep the pressure on this Griffins defense. Silpha doesn't get the ball, but he does get the man as the demo's marked out of the server, and now Saucy going for something a little bit saucy in the air, but not quite able to get it and make it stick. Now Marks playing that one off the back wall. Silpha's going to be able to bring this one forward, so that one looks like it might be goal bound. He might just have to get a touch on it. He does. The double commit coming out from the Colts causes the Griffins to double their lead, Frank.
Silpha is doing a great job of finding both players too far up on the offense there, and he is punishing them for it, so Colts are going to have to look out for that.
They really are going to have to look out for that, that's for sure. Silpha having a fantastic game already, 282 on the score, 2 goals from 2 shots. Great conversion rate for him. Marks just about getting the save there. I'm surprised it registered, but Silpha's going to send this one back towards the Colts net, but I think Marks might get up ahead of him. He's not going to be able to. Silpha he's it off the crossbar. It hits it twice. Oh my goodness, the Colts just about survive, but not for very long as Saucy finds the top left-hand corner. I think Marks might have given up on that one, Frank, or maybe he'd have been back in time.
Yeah, the Griffins did a great job of kind of just disrupting their defense there and kind of punishing them for it. So I have a question for you, Rhino. Do you think this is more of a feeler game, or do you think the Griffins are going to go out swinging?
Oh, that's a really good question, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, both of these teams have been in the league for at least a season, maybe 2. I mean, Harmonic's been here for quite a long time. So he doesn't specifically need a feeler game, but it seems like, what it seems like to me is the Griffins have come out and they've wanted to make a statement. They've wanted to really play as aggressive as they can, and not even aggressive, just making sure that they're very tight on defense, making sure that their comms are right, making sure that they are taking the lead in this particular game, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're showing a fantastic look in this first game, and if it continues, then it's really difficult to see a way back in it for the Colts. But to pass the question back over to you, obviously the Colts are 3-0 down. There's still 2.5 minutes left of the game, but what do the Colts need to start doing in order to get back into this game?
They're just making really easy mistakes right now. All they have to do is just be careful not to overcommit too much from the second man, and just make sure that, you know, when you're on defense, you don't overcommit to a ball with the other person or like double commit. So if they're able to fix that, I think they can come back here.
I think they can come back here. It'll be interesting to see. Nice flick over the top from Silpha. Marks is going to be able to get on that one, though. Silpha trying some fancy footwork coming out from the back, and he pays for it as Marked sends that one flying onto the right-hand post and finds a goal. 3-1.
The Colts are doing great on offense. They just have to work on their defense a little bit.
Absolutely. Work on defense, keep the offense going. We'll see if that is something that happens in the second half for this first game as Harmonic looking to get this one towards the goal of the Griffins. Silfra is up, and he does make the save. Marks is going to try and get that one on goal, not quite able to, and Saucy's going to bring it away now. Trying to get it past Harmonic. A little bit of fake play there, but unable to make that one stick, and the Colts maintain the pressure on this Griffins backline. So Marks now playing that one over the top of Saucy. A little bit of payback from the earlier Silfra. That's not a great touch, but he makes up for it. He's able to get the save. He's up for that one as well. Marks misses. Harmonic might be able to find the goal, but Silfra's with the save again. The Griffins getting away with murder there, and they might be able to convert it into some pressure of their own, as Saucy on this left-hand side trying to get the boost. He does play it over the top of Marks, and now this one's played into the Colts side of the pitch. Marks going to beat Silfra to that one, though. Silfra taking up a more defensive position, and turns out that was the right thing to do, as he now finds this one back into the middle, and Saucy's going to be able to finish the clear. Trying to get it over the top of Harmonic. Harmonic gets it on his bonnet, but Saucy's going to send this one into the middle, off the backboard. Silfra's not in position, though, and I feel like in the first half of this game, Silfra would have been there for the tap-in, but we're not seeing that as much from this Griffin side, Frank.
Yeah, if you take notice of the Colts defense, they've actually adjusted their play style here. We have one guy sitting a little bit further back, but not in that play apparently. But earlier we had like Mark just sitting back towards the midfield, trying to be a little bit more careful, but they got caught lacking there a little bit.
Yeah, welcome to the wonderful phenomenon known as the caster's curse, Frank. It's a power that we yield here on the casting desk, and it's one we cannot take very lightly. But on that occasion, that has absolutely happened to you. The Colts cheated up a little bit on that occasion, and unfortunately they get punished for it. Harmonic playing that one on the sidewall, though. Silfra maybe teasing that he was going to go for it, but in the end goes for the fake, and now he tries to get one over the top of Marked. He does. It's a 1 versus 0 as Saucy goes up for that ball. He whiffs! Oh no, it could have been 5, but Saucy unfortunately not able to find that one, and now it's a free shot on goal for Marked. He gets another goal for the Colts. 14 seconds. I don't think there's any danger of the Griffins losing this game, but what kind of thing does that do for the mental, for the confidence of the Griffins team, Frank?
If I'm the Colts right now, I would be trying to score as much as I can, take all that momentum to the next game, but obviously they're down 2. They have to try their best to still win it. So
Mark's trying to go for a little bit of a cheeky play with the fake kickoff, but not quite going to work out for them on this occasion. 4 seconds, they've got to score, and they've got to score now, and they do. Right. That makes this last 3 seconds very, very interesting. As I said last game, we don't see a lot of kickoff goals in Star, but if there ever was a time for one, it would be now, Frank.
They have 2 options here. They can either win the kickoff immensely, or they could lose it back to the man in the back and have him try to score here.
Oh, they've done neither.
Unfortunately, they have done neither.
Yeah, that's a shame. We wanted a grandstand finish, but you know what? 4-3 in the first game to the Griffins. There was maybe a slight expectation that the Griffins were going to dominate this game maybe a little bit more than they actually ended up doing, Frank, with the differential in salary.
Yeah, honestly, they should have done a little bit better, but I think the Colts did great. They just lost 2 easy goals that they could have. They should have not conceded those 2 goals, but they kind of brought it back. They were leading in shots towards the end, so definitely look out for the Colts in game 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we've got to bring attention to, right? I mean, the Colts have, 13 shots total compared to the Griffins 4, and they still come out with a loss. I mean, that speaks to the Griffins defense to start with. I mean, 7 saves in the game. Silfra putting 5 in on his own is a monstrous performance on defense. Excuse me. But as I was about to say, as the highest sal on this server, he actually isn't. Saucy is the highest sal on this server. So very interesting to see the dynamic that the Griffins are coming out with there. Silfra doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that game 1, and I'm interested to see if that continues in game 2. I don't know whether he's got himself in fantasy, so he's trying to pad his stats, or what the situation is. But he definitely showed up in that game 1, Frank.
Yeah, I think if the Colts are able to keep that offense up, but not concede as many easy goals by having someone overcommit, I think they're able to get the easy win here in game 2.
Easy win here in game 2, says Frank. We will see if that is the case as Silfra and Marks go for the kickoff. Marks does win that one. Harmonic's going to be up for it. That one might just find its way into the left-hand side of the goal, and it does. I mentioned that we don't see kickoff goals very often in Star, but there's another one for tonight, and Harmonic is the one who scores it off the roof. 1-0 to the Colts, Frank.
Yeah, that was a great touch to the ceiling. Those are really hard to read when you're coming back from getting the corner boost. So that was a great shot from Harmonic.
Great shot from Harmonic. We know he can do those kinds of things. And the Colts are really trying to make me feel bad about my call about there being no kickoff goals in Star, because that's 2 back-to-back, Frank.
Yeah, the Colts are kind of crazy on the kickoffs right now. They're really taking advantage, trying to get a early lead here in the game.
And they have done just that. 2 goals in a matter of 9 seconds. The Griffins have their backs against the wall, and I can't imagine that's a position they expected to be in at the start of this game. So we will see how this progresses. Harmonic with the read off the sidewall, but Mark's going to be able to get the save from Silfra. And now the Colts are going to try and make some pressure of their own. Saucy with the save on the right-hand post, and a second save as well in the air. Mark's going to try and get this one into the midfield. Silfra's committed himself to the wall, and he actually makes it stick. So they're going to try and bring this one forwards now, the Griffins, as he tries to find the middle of the goal. He's not quite able to do so. Harmonic now in a 1v1. Silfra makes it work though. He wins both 50s. Saucy's going to send this one back into the middle, but he's going to miss wide left, and now Harmonic can bring this one away. Trying to play over the top of Silfra. Silfra is not quite able to get the jump. Harmonic with a naughty little flick over the back of the Griffins defense, and the script has been completely flipped from game 1, Frank.
What a flick from Harmonic. He was able to get it over the last man before he could even get to the net in time. Great flick from Harmonic.
Absolutely. So what have the Colts changed from game 1 to make it this incredible scoreline in only 50 seconds?
I think it's their defense. They kept the same offense here, being really aggressive, but they've locked down on defense and haven't left the net open essentially.
Absolutely. So we kind of have to go backwards now, and we have to think, well, the Griffins are now finding themselves 3-0 behind. What is it that they have to start doing now in order to get back into this game?
If I were the Griffins, I would start disrupting the other team, maybe bumping them, taking their boost. They need to do something to shake up their defense now.
Well, it's not going to help when Silfra puts it on a plate for Marked, but Saucy is back in goal to make the save. Harmonic's going to win that one over the top of Silfra. Saucy's going to send that one back towards goal, but Mark's going to be there on the save. And now he's going to try and play this one into the middle for his teammate. He tries to put it back to Harmonic. He misses the hit, though, and Silfra's going to have some time with the ball. A nice fake up the wall. Harmonic tried to get the read, and it wasn't there to be read. And now Saucy trying to get the ball. It seems like Silfra has just taken Marked out of the server, and now he plays it back to his teammate Saucy, who's going to try and make something of this. It's a 2v1 if they can find it. Saucy plays the ball into the midfield, into Silfra, but that shot's going to miss. And now the Colts need to bring this one forwards. Harmonic's going to be up on this side wall, but Saucy's going to win it over the top of him. He needs the second hit if the Griffins are going to make this one stick, but Marks is actually able to read that one. And now the Griffins are under a lot of pressure. Silfra sends this one forwards. Harmonic, is he going to be able to get up in time? He is. Silfra didn't quite get that read, and now Marks can bring it away. It seems like they've left their goal wide open again, have the Griffins, and that's exactly what's happened. 4-0 to the Colts. Are the Griffins getting tilted, Frank?
I think they are. That was the second time where they had their second man a little up too far, and then the Colts were able to punish them for that. So definitely something to look out for.
I have a brief question on why you think that is. So why do you think the Griffins are playing so aggressively, so high up the pitch, leaving their whole side exposed?
They're currently getting destroyed in offense, so I think they're trying to play closer together and maybe catch one off guard, but if the first man loses really bad, they're just going to get punished because the second man's too far up. So I think that's what's happening right now.
Saucy with no boost, not able to make that one stick, and now Silfra with the mid boost trying to read this one, and he does very well. Nice flick over the top of Marks as well. Saucy might not be able to get that one on target. Nice flick again over the top of Harmonic, breaking his axles there, but it doesn't equate in a goal, and that's a real problem for the Griffins right now. They need goals, and they need them quick. 2 minutes on the clock. Saucy's going to bring this one forwards. Harmonic with a really nice read, plays that one into the corner, but Silfra's going to be there, send this one back towards the Colts net. Now Marks has to do something, and he does. He sends it over onto the left-hand side. Silfra, another little flick, tries to get it past Harmonic as well. He's not able to do so, but he is on the second attempt. Hold him up so that the Colts can't get a counter-attack. Really nice for work from the Griffins. Now Saucy trying to play this one forward. Harmonic's going to be up, and he is everywhere this game. Really showing that he can do it all. As Silfra's trying to get back in defense. He's not quick enough. They leave their back door open once again. This is a demolition.
Once again, that's kind of a questionable position from Silfra, but I mean, I think the shot from Mark is just unsavable. That's a bottom left shot that bounces in, so not really much you can do there.
Not much you can do there, much to the Griffins' dismay, and Silfra wins the kickoff, but it's a team bump in the midfield, and I cannot be convinced that the comms aren't a little bit fractured right now on the Griffins side. There's just a little bit of tension in their play, which says to me that things aren't exactly as you would want them to be in the Griffins Discord.
Mark, you're trying to work on the side wall, getting a great flick off the wall. Notice how both Griffins players are playing very close together in the net. They're kind of respecting the Colts offense here, which might come back to punish them.
Absolutely, we will see if it does punish them. Well, it seems to have for the majority of this game. At 5-0 down with 40 seconds on the clock. Saucy trying to get something going for the Griffins side. Up the sidewall, but Harmonic there first again, and I think that's one of the big changes in this particular game is Harmonic has been first to the ball a lot more than he was in that first game. He's been winning those 50s, he's been winning those duels, and that is putting the Griffins under a lot of pressure. Marked now, Saucy not even anywhere near his own net, trying to find some boost. Silver's going to play this one around the side though to alleviate the pressure, and he's going to find his teammate in the midfield. Saucy's going to be up for that. Marked is going to get the read though, and it's going to miss wide left. Harmonic bringing this one forwards now. Silver putting it into the corner, and it seems like this game might just fizzle out as Marks trying to get the exclamation point on this particular game. Harmonic is going to pad his stats, and when both players on your team are rocking less than 300 score in a game, you know it's been a rough game.
This is going to be rough for the Griffins. The Colts are taking a lot of momentum to game 3 here, so I think the Griffins really need to change up their strategy or just start getting some shots going until one goes in.
Start getting some shots going is a great call, because the Colts ended that game with 11 total shots, and the Griffins only ended up with 6. So you're looking at almost half of the shots. And the Colts only needed to make 4 saves from those as well. So 2 of those shots were awry. Only 4 shots on target. I mean, you know, you don't need to be a genius in order to make that happen. Silver with, we'll cover that another time. But for now, we're looking at a 6-0 win for the Colts, and that is certainly not something that I think anyone could have predicted going into this game. I think most people were thinking this was going to be a routine Griffins win, but do you think this now puts the Colts in prime position to win this series, Frank?
Absolutely. That's a very strong victory. 6-0 is a lot of momentum going into game 3, so they're just playing textbook Rocket League. I mean, they're catching the Griffins off because they're getting like way too close on offense, so I think the Griffins really need to change their strategy here.
Well, we will see if they do then in this game 3. Saucy versus Marked on the kickoff, and I hope for the sake of this game that the Colts do not get a quick kickoff goal, and it seems like they won't. Harmonic going to try and make it awkward for the Griffins defense, but they are able to withstand that pressure, and it's going to go back into the midfield. Silver's going to be up for it. He drops it in a little bit of an awkward position, but he makes the best of it in the corner. Now Mark's trying to find this one into the midfield, trying to get it into Harmonic. Saucy with the save, though. It's an open net if he can get there, but he's got no boost, and Marks might just get back in time. Nice fake from Saucy. Tries to flick it over the top of Marks, but he's got good reaction speeds and good recovery, and Silver's going to try and put this one back towards the Colts net, but Harmonic is there first again, and I'm kind of getting bored of saying that Harmonic is getting to the ball first over the Griffins, but he is every single time. He knows the challenges he wants to make, and he's making them stick every time, Frank.
Harmonic is being a demon right now. He is disrupting their defense by going in first, and Mark is just waiting to finish, so it's definitely working for them.
Absolutely working for them. Mark's now trying to go for a shot, but Saucy's going to save that one on the right-hand side, and now Silver needs to do some defense, and does over the top of Mark's. Now Harmonic trying to keep the pressure on, but he's not going to go for that challenge. Instead, he's going to let Saucy have possession. A little bit of a fake, and nice 50 win from Saucy means that the Griffins are in an advantageous position, but Marks is there on defense. He's got no problems clearing that one on the sidewall, and now he's going to try and get that one over the top of Silver, but doesn't quite get the flick that he wanted. Harmonic gets to the ball first again. If that's even a pixel to the left, that goes in, but on this particular occasion, it does not. Saucy's going to send that one back towards the Colts goal, but if you've got Harmonic in your fantasy team, you are laughing all the way to the bank right now. He's doing everything for this Colts team. And unfortunately, right now, he finds himself on the losing side as the Griffins manage to finally convert a bit of pressure. Silver into the bottom right-hand corner, 1-0.
That was some incredible defense from Harmonic, but he can only keep up with so much, so they're doing great by putting on shots. I think the Griffins need to keep putting on shots until they go in, and they can win it all.
Absolutely. Shots make goals. It's just simple maths. As Saucy now trying to send this one back towards the halfway. Harmonic is going to be there again. He's going to send it back towards Griffin's territory. Silver thought that was going to bounce up a little bit different than it did, and Harmonic's going to get a free shot, but Saucy's going to be there on the save. Now he's going to try and get this one off the top wall, off the roof, sorry, but that one's, oh my goodness, that was a laser from Marked, looking for the top left-hand corner, unable to find it, but oh so close for the Colts once again. And I feel like in the second game, these kind of shots were dropping for the Colts, but they're just not doing so in this particular game frame.
Yeah, I think the Griffins are kind of figuring out their defense now, not really trying to get close to each other. They're kind of, giving each other some space here to make sure they're able to save the ball if it gets over the first guy.
And there is a situation where Harmonic doesn't get to the ball first, and now the Griffins have an attack. So Silfra going to try and make the best of that one, but he's not able to do so. Saucy's getting back on defense. Marked has the ball on his bonnet, and it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with it. Saucy makes the save, though. Nice read. In the corner now, he's trying to find his teammate. Silfra's going to sit back a little bit so that he can pick up the pieces, and does. Plays it over the top of Harmonic, but Harmonic is going to steal the boost from Saucy, and that's going to completely prevent the Griffins' attack. Or is it? Saucy booms that one down the end of the field, looking for the second touch off the back wall, but he's not able to find it. Marked is going to finish the clear. I'm not sure either of the Colts have too much boost right now, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can mount a counter-attack. Silfra's going to win that one over the top of both of the Colts' defense, but it seems like Marked is going to get a free shot back into the midfield, and there wasn't anyone there just to tap the ball in for the Griffins, Frank.
Yeah, I think the Griffins are doing a great job at taking boosts on offense right now. It seems like the Colts are kind of lacking on boosts on defense, and it might come back to bite them here pretty soon.
Nice save from Marks as he now brings this one back forwards. The Colts have to find a goal, and they really want to find it soon, and that demo is going to gift the goal to Marked. He had the supersonic. He takes care of Silver. He's the only one back on defense, and that's the way back in for the Colts, and that's not a particularly nice way for the Colts to get back in it if you're the Griffins, Frank.
Right, demos are great. If you're stuck on offense, always try to go for a demo. It'll change up the way the other team's playing and honestly give you an open net, so perfect job for the Colts.
Absolutely. Harmonic, that's a nasty double tap off the roof, but unable to make it stick. Saucy with a fantastic save, a good read, and Silver is going to send that one back down to midfield. Harmonic's going to be on the end of it, though, and he's going to try and bring this one up the sidewall. He wants a little bit of an aerial. Going to go for it, looking for maybe a reset, but Saucy's going to be there just on top of his nose, unable to make that one stick. Silver playing this one forward. Saucy going for a bump play, but Marked isn't having any of that. Nice flick over the top from Silfra, but he's not able to get it past Harmonic, and now Saucy's going to try and bring this one forward. Booms it into midfield. Silfra not quite going to get there before Harmonic. He's up nice and early and makes that one stick. Saucy going to send this one back towards Colts territory, though, and this could be a problem if Harmonic hadn't just taken Silver out the server. It's so frustrating for the Griffins defense, and they might even convert. Silver up early, and he does make the save. Saucy going to bring this one back towards the Griffins net, but the Colts net, my apologies, but he's got no boost, and he tries to make the most of it. Silver is not quite able to win that one over the top of Marks. Now Harmonic's going to try and win the ball. 16 seconds on the clock. We could be heading to the first OT of this series. Saucy wins that one over the top of Harmonic, but Harmonic does take him out the server for his troubles. Marks is going to be up there for the save, and now the Colts need to send this one back down towards the Griffins half, and they do. This ball's going to drop, and it looks like it's going to go to OT unless Saucy is able to keep this one up. He is able to. So if we're going to try and challenge for that one, it's a bit of a fake, and we're going to OT, Frank.
I think whichever team here gets the demo first is going to be able to get the goal.
That could be a good call. Maybe there will be a demo, maybe there won't be. Saucy's going to try and find the goal himself, but Marks is going to say no to that one. Silver is going to try and get there ahead of Harmonic, but Harmonic makes the save, and that was a very, very difficult 50 for Saucy to win, but that could be the one that wins them the game. Not quite. Silver there on the left-hand post, not able to convert, and Harmonic's going to come up the other end of the pitch, and he's going to make them pay for that double commit. And 25 seconds into OT, the Colts take a 2-1 lead both in the game and in the series, Frank.
Yeah, Silver kind of made the same mistake he made last game where he was too far pushed up when Saucy went, so then, Mark is able to clear it right over him and get a free net.
able to get a free net. Absolutely. Harmonic doing some fantastic work in that one, but marked with 5 saves in that game, showing that, hey, it's not just Harmonic who can show up in these games. Marked has got some Rocket League technical ability as well, and he really showed that in this particular game.
Yeah, I think the Griffins did a great job that game, changing up their playstyle. Because, I mean, look at both teams. They have the same amount of shots. It's just, better defense from the Colts here.
Yeah, seems that way, but it is also interesting to see that there's no assists on the Colts side, right? So, both of those goals for Marks and Harmonic respectively were kind of self-made, or they were gifted by the Griffins side. So interesting statistics there to look back on, but the only statistic that really matters is Colts 2, Griffins 1. And we are going to go into game number 4 right now with Colts in the ascendancy, a 6-0 win and then a 2-1 win in OT. I mean, the Griffins' mental must be pretty rough right now, Frank.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they definitely have to stick to the way they played last game. They just have to be more careful and not let up those easy goals again.
Not let the easy goals in. Let's have a look then. Interesting note from Chris in chat that both of these teams won their groups in the preseason kind of league tournament. So couldn't really have asked for a better first week game than the Griffins Colts. So we will see if the Griffins are able to bring this one to a game 5, or if the Colts are able to close this one out in 4. Marked with another save, although that one doesn't quite register. And now he can go up the other end. He's got an open net. The Griffins and open nets. Name a more iconic duo, Frank.
I'm not sure. I mean, Colts and open nets are a great duo. I mean, they just caught the Griffins off guard again. Mark was able to get a free net. I'm not sure what happened in the second, man. They just have to be more careful on that.
They have to be really careful, but I'm struggling to see exactly what's causing these problems. I mean, you in a doubles game, you almost want to double commit, right? You almost want both of your players kind of up the pitch trying to get those shots on goal. Harmonic with a fantastic save, and a nice demo from the Griffins. Another demo. Saucy's had enough. He's just taking players out the server left and right. He says, right, if you're going to demo me, I'm going to demo you back twice as hard. And maybe this is the physicality that we needed to see from the Griffins. They send this one up in the midfield. Saucy's going to try and get this one. Silver looks for the aerial, but a little bit of a whiff. Now Marks is going to be able to bring this one away. Saucy looking for the challenge. He's not able to get it. Mark's going to be able to get the goal. Another free goal. And all of that aggression, all of that pressure, all of the good things about the Griffins just falls apart on defense.
They're doing great offensively. Getting those demos really disrupts the Colts defense, but I think the last man back really needs to stall more for the other guy to get back before challenging, because then it's just an open net.
It is just an open net, and we've seen that quite a few times. Silver not quite getting the flip that he wanted there. A nice demo from Marked again. He's looking for the bump play on Harmonic as well. Really trying to force this ball into the net rather than kind of play around it. Mark's trying to get that one over the top of both Griffins in defense, but unable to do so. Harmonic going to try and find the right hand side of the net, but unable to do so either. And now Saucy misses the shot, and it's all a bit disjointed from this Griffin side. Silver's going to try and get the shot, but Harmonic's going to meet him in the middle. And if I'm the Colts and I'm seeing the way that the Griffins have started this game 4, I'm thinking that they're here for the taking, really. Except for the fact that Saucy's going to come up the other end. Harmonic is going to be there on the save again. And do you think that's a message this playstyle sends, Frank? That the Griffins are being more aggressive, they're trying to get the demos, they're trying to really disjoint the Colts. Does that tell me that the Griffins are rattled?
Yes, I think they're kind of getting desperate. They think that if they kill one man on the other side, they're able to get a free goal, but you have to do it in a smart way to where, like, your teammate has the ball, and when you get the demo, you're able to do something with it.
Absolutely, and Saucy's going to be able to bring this one away into the midfield. He's going to try and look for the aerial, but they haven't really been working out for the Griffins. That one Marked with a save, though, is going to send this one back towards midfield. Silver with the read. Nice little 50, but Harmonic is going to send this one back towards the Griffins' net. Saucy's going to read that one, though, and send it into the right-hand corner. Getting up for this one, wants to get it to his teammate, but Marked is going to be up first, and he's going to get this one back towards the other end of the pitch. Marked, if he gets a touch on this, it could be another goal for the Colts. He plays it off the back wall, and Harmonic is there to pick up the pieces. And this is very reminiscent of Game 2, Frank.
Yeah, some scary challenges from the Griffins' last man now. I mean, got to be careful on that.
Yeah, when you say they've got to be careful on that, I mean, we're looking at the last man, the person who's the furthest back to try and challenge for the ball. I mean, what is it that they're doing wrong? Should they not be going for these challenges, or should they be going for them in a more conservative way, a more guaranteed to kind of at least get the 50 way?
Definitely a more safe way. I don't think going straight for the ball right when your teammate loses is a great way of approaching it. But
Nice hit from
So
Saucy.
fried.
This could convert into a goal for the Griffins, and it indeed does. They've managed to play the Uno reverse card on the Colts a little bit and get an open net themselves. Nice play from the Griffins, but that's all built from a counter attack. That's all built from their own defense.
yeah, that
It
was
seems-
a great redirect. I mean,
Yeah, no, absolutely. It came off the bonnet of I believe it was Saucy in the defense, but in Rocket League, when you're only relying on counterattacks to score you goals, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank, but that's not really enough right now.
it's not reliable enough to win a game where you're down 2 and less than 2 minutes left.
Absolutely. So we will need to see the Griffins step up a little bit here as Marks is trying to do something with this ball, but Sauce is going to take it off his bonnet and now play this one into the midfield. Actually, no, he's going to go straight for the demo on Harmonic, but to me that seems like it wasn't communicated to Silfra, because otherwise I'm sure Silfra would have been there on the right-hand post to tap that one in, but team comms just don't seem to be there for the Griffins right now, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a wasted demo. Sofa wasn't really there to finish. I mean, he just killed the man and then nothing really happened to the ball.
Absolutely. So Harmonic sit back on midfield is going to make that save. Silfra sends it back towards the Colts goal, but Harmonic is going to be there first. Saucy's all the way back on his own corner boost to try and make the save here, and he is able to do so, but Marks is going to be there on the follow-up. Silfra's not able to get back in time, and that's been a story of this game for quite a while. The Griffins, whoever's furthest up, their recovery time has not been up to scratch for Star League right now.
Yeah, it seems like when one of the Griffins, like last man, goes for it, their other teammate is so far from the net that there's not much to do once you get one clear.
It really does seem that way, but I mean, we're talking about this from a Griffins perspective, but we also have to talk about it from a Colts perspective, that they are absolutely capitalizing on these mistakes, right? They are really taking it to this Griffins side, who have come out aggressive. They've come out, all guns blazing, but the Colts have found the chink in the armor. They found the big problem with this Griffins side, and Silfra's even back in the Colts net when the ball is up in his, and it's just very, very disjointed, and it seems like the Colts have the communication, the teamwork to really make a problem for this Griffins side. Saucy's going to get a really, really nice aerial flick over the top of the Colts defense. Harmonic not quite getting the read there, and maybe a miss flick or something, but 2 goals in 23 seconds, it's a little bit too much to ask, isn't it, Frank?
Yeah, I think Harmonic tried to go for the mid booster, but realized he was too far up and kind of got punished for it.
Yeah, and that happens, right? But Marks is going to completely nullify that goal if if this is anything to go by. That's a kickoff goal, ladies and gentlemen, and you might be able to wrap a little bow on this series and call it done, because 3 goals in 16 seconds is difficult for even the best teams, Frank.
I think after game 1, the Colts realized that they have like overwhelming offense, and all they have to do is figure out their defense, and it went perfectly for them.
It absolutely did. The Colts have not dropped a game since that game 1, and they are looking very, very good doing it. Harmonic's just going to stall out the time here, get a nice 50, and Silfra's going to play with this ball on his bonnet, and that is going to do it for the first game of the Star League for both of these teams. Harmonic, you definitely have yourself in fantasy, my friend. You don't need to pad your stats like that. But that's pretty much it now. The Colts take a 3-1 win over the top of the Griffins. I don't think many people would have seen this coming. I'd love to know what the predictions looks like. I know I certainly didn't see it coming. But the Colts looked pretty much dominant after they figured out their defense, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a rough look in the Griffins. That's your A lineup versus C, but maybe there's always like, an off day, so maybe they can bounce back from this.
That is very true. There is always an off day, that is for sure, and we will try and get the Colts in for a winners interview in just a moment. But for now, let's have a quick discussion about the Colts team, right? Because it's the problem, not a problem, but something that's interesting about the FDL, the league that we have, is that teams almost change every single season, right? It's not very often that you will see a whole team kind of carried over from one season to the next. And so when it's the first game of the week, you almost expect comms to be a little bit more disjointed, a little bit more different than later in the season when people have had the time to build up team chemistry, build up, knowing where those other teams are. But Harmonic and Mark seem to have it pretty much covered already, right, Frank?
Yeah, they seemed really on it. I mean, I think those scrims before they played today really showed.
They really did. So we are joined now on the casting panel by Harmonic and Marked. Hello to both of you. Absolutely fantastic and fascinating game for us to cast. I hope it was just as fun to play. I'm going to come to you, Harmonic, first as the veteran, if as it were, of FDL. How did that game feel for you?
First of all, hello to both of you, wonderful casters. Thank you for doing the work you do. Um, for me, that game felt like I don't know. It felt good. It felt a little shaky on my end. I feel like I did not play as well as I could have. I came in a little cold to the series, but thankfully, we have Marked here who just freaking decided to carry me, and pick up the slack. Like he was just everywhere he needed to be, or at least that I needed him to be in certain situations, especially on defense. Um, and yeah, so the win definitely feels good, especially for me because I mean, past few seasons I've really have struggled to get like first series wins, I think. But yeah, we managed to pull it out.
Absolutely managed to pull it out. Marks, we come over to you now. Obviously, Harmonic mentioned that it feels like it was a good start to the season, and I mean a 6-0 win in game two can't have felt bad for you. Tell me kind of the mindset that you guys were going through after game one, and what it was that you adjusted between game one and game two to make that second game so dominant.
I mean, honestly, it was really just the fact that like we were just like working and we were playing the scrims beforehand, like Frank said, and it was like I don't know, we kind of felt like we were just messing up individually. So like we just started to work on ourselves. Like I mean, we were still calming, but like we were just more focusing on like our touches and like where we were putting the ball. And like I feel like that's what led to the 6-0.
And that definitely came across in the gameplay. You guys were absolutely rocking on that particular game. I do also want to bring up. I'll go back to Harmonic for this question. Obviously, we had an OT in game three, which is always very interesting for players. Did you in that OT? Did you put a lot of pressure on it? Did you think, right, if we can win this OT, we can win the series, or was that kind of a, we'll stick to our game plan, we'll stay focused, and whatever happens happens.
Um, I think I don't know. We weren't talking about it in comms about like we really need this win or anything like that. We just kind of kept it the same vibes that we had for the previous game. Kept the comms strong. I think in the back of my head, I was thinking it'd be really nice to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously because you go up 2-1 and you have two match points, two chances to close out the series. But also, I think I was able to play a little bit loose in that game just because the way Mark was playing so well. I just kind of felt like, okay, even if we were to lose this, we can definitely still come back and win this series. Like he's playing well enough, I'm playing decent enough to keep up. That even if we were to drop it, I was confident that we could pick it back up and complete the series.
Sure. Frank, do you have any Franked? Sorry about that. Frank, do you have any questions for our for the people joining us on our panel today?
Harmonic, this is for you. So you're coming off of a rough season last season. You guys, not the best record, but new season. You guys come off with a nice win. C lineup versus A lineup. What do you have to say for the people that are doubting you this season?
For the people that are doubting us, all I have to say is just watch us. I don't know, like just watch us play. I think the performance speaks for itself. We did really good in the preseason tournament, which I mean it's preseason, but I'm definitely feeling confident about this team. I think especially if Mark, who is like our lowest salary, technically speaking, is putting up numbers like that in games, and he can pick up the slack if I'm having a bad day or if Gup's having a bad day, then I'm pretty confident that we're going to have a good season.
Awesome.
Very, very nice. Okay, I think we are going to close this one down and set up for our next series. But before we do, I just want to give the floor to the Colts real quick. Marks, Harmonic, if there's anything you want to say to our FDL viewers, if there's anything you want to say to the rest of Star League, you have the floor. Please be careful, you are on stream.
I'll leave this one to you, Mark. I think I've already said my piece.
Mark,
I
any
mean,
teams you want to call out? Any players in particular? Any past teammates?
You know, I would just like to say, you know, there's a couple of the guys that, you know, I used to be monkeys with, you know, they cut out the monkeys, you know, they went to be, you know, a different team, you know, starts with an L.
No names, no name dropping. Yeah,
yeah, you know, they changed teams, cut out the monkeys franchise, and you know, I'm just, you know, ready to, you know, play them, you know. I'm not calling out anybody individually, but you know.
Of
No,
course.
cool,
not.
no disrespect here. Yeah.
No disrespect. No disrespect. Right. Okay. So we are going to shut this one down. Thank you very much to the Colts for joining us for a post-match interview. We appreciate your time and congratulations on your 3-1 victory over the Griffins tonight. Now, we have another game coming to you at the top of the hour. That's in 5 minutes. So stay tuned. We have some Origin League action for you. We have the Owls taking on the Eagles, and KG Fan will be taking you through that one. But for now, for this particular game, that is all from me. That is all from Frank. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. See you in 5 minutes. Take care.
You fell under my spell You fell under my spell. What did I feel? My spell inside. Cause I'm way too
Hello, Frontier Doubles League. I hope you are not getting bored of this face just yet. We have had 2 games so far tonight, and this will be our third. We are switching leagues, so this time we're going to the Origin League. We're watching the Owls take on the Eagles, and as per usual, I cannot do it alone. And the person joining me in the casting booth today has changed once again. Please welcome KG Fan. How are you, my friend?
Pretty good. How about you? I've heard you for a few games now, so I'm glad to be here. Actually,
I'm very much looking forward to you taking the reins on this game a little bit and give my voice a touch of a break. But before we get into that, what kind of things are you expecting to see from both of these teams in this one?
well, I happen to be sort of if I was to be in the league, this probably would be my tier. So I happen to think that there's going to be a decent amount of um misses and things like that you would expect. So the comms, I think, are going to be the most important piece of well, other than mechanics and stuff, the comms are really going to be important for times like this, especially week 1. Even though the comms might not be there, I'm not sure exactly how many times these guys have played together. I really just want to emphasize that.
Absolutely, it's something we talk about a lot when we cover Origin League, is the fact that the communication is so important at this level. Positioning is even more important
They're
than
ready.
that. So they are ready. We're going to jump into this game 1, Owls versus Eagles, Origin League. Take us away, KJ. KG.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's completely fine. And there we go. Twins Devil 26 going to get the ball inside the Owls area. SSG Javi not quite making that shot on goal, and Quick Koala going to come down, and Twins Devil going to take over instead. Twins Devil is going to hit it opposite side, and nobody going to take it over from now. Let's see if Swaggerly comes in, winning the 50, I'd say, as Quick Koala coming in, missing that one, and the ball's going to sit idly as a couple of players are going to fight over it a little bit. This is obviously a nice feeling out area. Little bit of a miss, a little bit of impatience here, and Javi's going to make a nice, patient shot on goal, and that, again, the first 30 seconds, usually kind of what happens.
Yeah, it doesn't get more top corner than that, does it? Harvey finding the upper 90 as best he can, and putting the Eagles into a 1-0 advantage. But some good play from both teams. A little bit of hesitance. You're right. A bit of feeling out. So still a long way to go in this game. But Harvey is going to find his second goal of the game over the top of Swag Alley. She couldn't quite get up in time for that one, and they double their lead.
Yes, definitely just a little bit of a slower reaction. Obviously, I think that felt like a misread. Not obviously, it just felt like a misread. And again, 2-0 a minute into the game. Game 1, you kind of expected this, and this is what I kind of was hoping to get off, is that these games usually are a little bit different. Nice job by Quick Koala right there, staying back post and getting the save, going up for it and trying to hit it in air, missing it. Twins Devil with a little bit of a seeing eye touch and doesn't quite get it around Swag Alley. Swag Alley with a nice touch trying to rotate out, and a little bit of a fake here, bumping Javi, and can get it around Twins Devil. I actually kind of expected the hit right there.
Yeah, a bit of a fan favorite is Ali. She's been with us for just over a season now, and the chat is definitely gonna love that goal for the Owls. Wonderful stuff, and yeah, just makes the most of a little bit of a mistake coming out from Twins Devil. But again, that's kind of what we're talking about in Origin League. There will be mistakes, there will be things that go wrong, and it's just about people being able to capitalize on that, and Ali did that perfectly there.
Exactly. It was a good attempt by Twins Devil to try to catch it, just wasn't there. So this is where things are really nice to see. Are they trying to make the right play and just not making it, or are they trying to just throw themselves at the ball? And right there, Javi getting through and just getting ahead of Swag Alley. Very nice job turning, and that was almost a double commit by them.
It really was, and if Ali had won that 50, she might have been in for a bit of a counter-attack for the Owls, but unfortunately she's not able to make that one stick, and the Eagles go back to a 2-goal advantage, and they look pretty good for it right now. They do look like the better team, but I think the Owls definitely could cause this Eagles some problems if they get on the counter-attack, if they really start building some pressure. So we'll see how the rest of the game goes.
Oh, I agree. Swag Alley taking over Hobby, who had a chance to try to get a goal there, couldn't quite control it. Swag Alley going to try to does get it over Twins Devil, and Quick Koala with a nice follow-up, and they get chopped up in the goal. Nice job by Swag Alley getting it over this one here, and a nice follow.
Really nice follow up from Quick Koala, and he's going to need to be there right on the back of Ali's offense, which he does right there, and that's good comms coming out from the Owls. So they're not going down without a fight. They're keeping right in this game. Still over half the game to play, so still lots to do for the Eagles if they want to win this game.
I agree. This is definitely not even halfway through, and both teams are putting that fighting spirit in. This is kind of what you like to see. Oh, that gets over both of them. Can Twins Devils flick it in? No, they can't. And that one right there is going to end a little bit of the offensive push right there. Although now Twins Devil coming in. Can Swag Alley make that in time? Cannot. And that is going to be a goal, another 2-goal lead here for the Eagles.
Back and forth, and that one comes as a result of quite a lot of pressure being put on the Owls in their final third, right? So the Eagles are really pushing, they're really trying to get that goal, keeping the ball on the Owls, forcing them into clears, forcing them into tackles, and in the end, it works out for the Eagles very nicely, and they get their fourth on the board.
Oh, this is a little dangerous, a little bit of a team bump, and Quick Koala is going to patiently get that out of there. Didn't throw themselves at that ball that time. And that is kind of what you need right there. When the ball gets in there, just try to be a little patient. They were. Javi couldn't get the really good touch on it. Swag able to get the save. Going to the opposite side, Koala trying to take control. Javi keeping it inside Owl's territory and able to get it over Alley. Koala can't quite get the hit. They're trying to get back. Is Devil going to make it in time? He does. Twins Devil getting another goal and extending the lead 5-2.
Yeah, really nice. And with a minute 45 on the clock, it seems like the Eagles are really taking this game by the scruff of the neck. I mean, you just have to look at the stats in order to know that. I mean, they're both sitting at 5 shots apiece, Harvey and Twins Devil, whereas the Owls are only sitting at 2 shots and 1 shot respectively. So there's not a lot of offensive pressure or offensive threat coming out from the Owls, and the Eagles are making their offensive pressure pay.
I agree. And not only that, I think the the Eagles are taking advantage of some of the mistakes a little bit better. Quick Koala can't quite aim it true, but does do a good job of getting around 2 players. Swag going to try to go for it. I like the moxie, but 5-2 with a little over a minute, not quite there. Quick Koala, a nice demo on the back end. Good job right there. Swaggerly going to take control from Twins Devil, trying to get it around Javi, couldn't quite do that, and unfortunately gives the ball right back. Koala losing the 50. Swaggerly being patient, and a miss by Devil. Nobody deciding to go for it, and finally Koala deciding that again, that seems like a comms thing. Who's going to go for it? And maybe one of these players has to be a little bit meaner, a little bit more aggressive, and try to take over a little bit, because there's not much time left, and the 3-goal lead starting to become a little bit insurmountable as Swaggerly can't quite get that one.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for the Owls right now. They kind of just want to finish this game on a high. It's unlikely that they're going to be able to win it with just over 30 seconds left on the clock, especially if Harvey is able to convert this one. He does get it over the top of the alley challenge, and that's 4 goals to the good. Now, they're not in any trouble of losing this game 1, but if you're the Owls right now, you just want something that's going to boost that confidence. You want something that's going to be able to give you the motivation for the next couple of games. They need some description of pressure, some description of offense, because right now they're not able to find any.
Agreed. 3 shots is not enough, no matter who you are, especially if the opposite team has 11, 12, 13. I'm not sure. Did they count that twice?
No, just 12.
No, they did just 12. So right there, you know what? Rocket League doesn't say anything about padding stats, and that was a nice read right there. Starting to pour a little bit for the Owls. Not quite what they're looking for, but again, since it's 7-2, it kind of doesn't matter. Sort of take those chances now, and as long as your confidence doesn't falter from that, and you understand that you are doing things like that, maybe you can. I like that little move by Koala, see, to try to get something going. Swag Alley being a little aggressive, almost dunking it. Not quite, so 3, 2, 1. Again, I love seeing the fight, so that's what is amazing about leagues like this. Nobody quits, especially when they're on stream.
And that's something that is so different from in the Origin League that you wouldn't see in something like a Star or an Elite. these Origin players very, very rarely let things get to them. They very rarely get tilted. They very rarely start getting in their own heads about their performance, about the way that they're playing. And that's very, very clear from the way that that game ended, right? Ali and Koala, they were down 5 goals, but they still made sure that they were putting on the pressure on. They still made they hadn't backed down. They hadn't kind of gone, oh well, this game's over. We're not even going to try and score anymore. We're just going to sit on defense. There was none of that, and there might have been in the higher leagues, which is why Origin is one of the best leagues to watch because the comeback ability is so strong with these teams.
I agree 100%. This, you never really know what's going to happen. The Origin League, they tend to make some decisions that I can't say are questionable, but that lead to things that, like the deflections and a little bit of aggression that can lead to some crazy stuff happening. That's why I love being in the tier that I'm in, because it's not predictable in any way. It is fun to cast. So you were 100% right about that. I love that.
Absolutely. And the other thing you need to think about is things like challenges and things like 50-50s. They are exactly that. They are genuinely 50% chance it goes right, 50% chance it goes wrong. And when you get to higher up the leagues, when you take a challenge, when you take a 50, there are only a certain number of ways that 50 is going to go. There's only a certain, because of the way that you position your card, because of the way that you go for the challenge. Whereas in somewhere like Origin League, that ball could bounce absolutely anywhere when two guards collide, meeting the ball, and that's what makes it interesting as well. That's why we absolutely love to watch this kind of Rocket League, because anything, absolutely anything can happen, and we've said that just a minute ago. But it'll be interesting to see if the Owls believe that anything can happen if they can win this game too.
I think so. I know that 7-2 score was a lot. I do have the Eagles personally favored, just by the way I've heard Twins Devils names enough times. That's kind of why I say that. But I don't think that this is an insurmountable thing. They aren't playing so amazing that, it's going to sneak in as I say that. Of course, they're nice little goal, but it sort of seems like nerves to me on the Owls side still.
Yeah, there could be a description of nerves. I mean, you also have to talk about the fact that right now this Owls team are only these two. It is only Koala and Ali, whereas the Eagles are rocking a 3-person team: Twins, Devil, Harvey, and Arsai. But the other thing that we've got to consider here is the fact that there is actually quite a, oh my goodness, the dunk from Harvey almost finding its way to the goal there, and the goal from Twins Devil is going to end up doing that. But we do have to talk about the salary differential, right? And Twins Devil is sitting at a 9.2, Harvey is sitting at 8.8. They're very, very close, almost at the 10 mark. Whereas on the other side, okay, you've got Quick Koala at a 9.9, but unfortunately Ali is sat down there at a 6.8 sal. I think she is better than that salary. I think she's shown that in this game so far. I think she's hanging with these players. But it is something that you have to take into account. I mean, the players that she comes up against in ranked and in general kind of Rocket League gameplay aren't going to be at the same level that the players that Twins Devil, Harvey, and Quick Koala are going to be playing at. And I'm not saying that she's the reason that the Owls are having trouble right now in the slightest. Twins Devil converting a 3rd goal there. But what I am saying is it's something that you need to take into account, certainly at Origin level.
I appreciate the insight, because that is something I was a little curious about. It seemed like not the disparity in level is crazy. It's the salary cap numbers. They mean something a lot. They mean a lot in this league, and I like that. So it does make a nice clear-cut example of what's going on. As Swaggerly, nice cut and getting it in front of Koala, because I don't think Koala's going to make it there in time. Getting it over both. He has an open goal chance here. Can he get the touch they want? They cannot. And unfortunately, Javi going to take over. Swag Alley, just can't quite get the 50. And is Javi going to beat Koala? Does. Twins Devil trying to make the touch, cannot do it. And Koala is going to take over, bouncing it off the wall. And not quite getting 50 by Twins Devil, but Twins Devil actually stealing the ball away. Again, Swag Alley having a little bit trouble marking the ball right now. Getting underneath it here. That ball's going to bounce off the wall, going in front of Javi. Javi, going to go off the back wall and not get anything. Koala looks like they want to actually dribble this, but Twins Devils enough time to get there. And this past minute is a slowdown right here for the Owls, and I feel like that's a good thing. They need to slow down this attack and make the Eagles do something wrong and try to capitalize on that.
It's absolutely a good thing for this Owls team, but something that's really important to note here, and it's something we see in the higher levels actually, that the Eagles are implementing, is that kind of send one person forwards to go closer to the goal and keep one person back on the halfway line. It's a very common double strategy, but you don't always see it used by the Origin teams because maybe they're not experienced enough, maybe the comms aren't there, there's all sorts of factors at play. Twins Devil might be able to make this one count, but Ali's going to send this one back towards the halfway line. But you see there, Harvey is sat back on the halfway line. He's ready to create another attack for the Eagles, and that's how they're able to create so much pressure from their current position. They're in the correct areas of the pitch in order to make it so difficult for the Owls to play out.
Just a misread there by Swag Alley, and a good job capitalizing off the Twin Devils. Those little round things right there, I'll be honest, I have probably expected that to go up too, and it just decides to bounce and go straight down. So those are a little hard to read, especially again in the lower tiers. And I'm a prime example of knowing that. That's why I feel for them, and that's why I know exactly what they're probably thinking. Darn it! And then a nice little double by Javi, and this is starting to get out of hand, unfortunately, for the Owls.
Yeah, Harvey on the double touch, that is lovely. And another thing you don't see too much in Origin, so it's really nice to see those kinds of plays coming out. Nice read off the wall, and he's definitely going to watch that one back for sure. But the Eagles up 5-0, and they're looking really good for their lead right now. They look like they've settled into the game, and the Owls haven't really been able to get anything going. And I genuinely believe that's down to the Eagles' positioning more than it is down to the Owls' play personally.
I agree. I actually 100% agree. Like right there, Koala's a little ahead, but Twins Devils, they're exactly where they need to be. No matter what the opposite team's doing, they are reading each other's touches, and I think comms are obviously working really well for the Eagles side, and in the Owls side, I think you're right. It's just there's a couple of things they need to shore up, and it would change this up because some of these hits they've had. I know Koala's had actually one or two sort of breakaway opportunities that they couldn't just control the ball. So I'm actually looking forward to them maybe getting some confidence in there because actually not even getting that. They seem to have a lot of confidence.
They do seem to have a lot of confidence, which is really interesting from this particular Eagles team. Nice demo from Ali there.
Here we go.
Could be a counter-attack here as Koala comes down the pitch, but it's going to get cut out in the midfield as it so often does for the Eagles. But I just want to bring up the fact that we actually have 3 debutants in the server today. Harvey, Twins Devil, and Quick Koala. This is all 3 of their debuts in the FDL. They've never played it in this league before. This is their first season. Ali is the only one with any FDL experience before today. So the Eagles both debuting and both looking incredibly strong on their debut.
I'll thank you for that too. That is awesome to know. I think Twins Devil might be FTL maybe. I know I've heard the name, or at least I've heard people talk about him, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I mentioned it. I think I've seen them play, so that's again one of the reasons I think. As Koala unfortunately actually turns upfield on that, gets bumped, but does get the save instead. Good job right there. Ali's going to make a save at Javi's actually almost dunks it back in. Javi keeping it in. And they are kind of relentless on that offensive side, so they have 9 shots, 2-2, and that is actually kind of their MO in these past 2 games. There's less than a minute to go. Swag Alley kind of being a little too apprehensive, and this could lead to another goal. Koala couldn't get back in time. 7-0, 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's part of me which is hearing some maracas on a beach somewhere, and I kind of want the Owls to score another one to fly me away to that particular destination, but I don't feel like it's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, the Eagles are looking absolutely fantastic, and you mentioned FTL in your cast right there, and actually all 4 members of this particular server are going to be playing in the FTL in the Origin League. So keep an eye out for them. Quick Car is going to try and bring this one forward, so maybe send us to Brazil, but he's not going to be able to do so. And the Eagles take a 7-0 commanding win in this game too. And unfortunately, it's quite hard to see anything but a sweep in this one.
Unfortunately, I agree too. And it just feels to me like they are offensively like prepared. The Owls just don't have the answer right now to. They just have the speed and the planning to try to get around it. That being said, I've seen the Owls have these weird opportunities, not even weird ones, they're good opportunities that they just, it almost feels like panic touches, I guess is the word I'll use. Because I know I get excited. I call them excited touches because I go, ooh, and I really do. I know exactly how I feel. I'm like, yes, yes, yeah. Aw. So it's the nerves. You have to kind of learn to try to be patient with it because the ball will be there and the ball will be there even after you fly by.
It absolutely will, yeah, and it's a tough thing for certainly Origin players to learn and to kind of figure out that you need to play a little bit more reserved. You need to do this, you need to do that, and there's a lot of these players kind of games that someone from Star or from Elite would kind of go, oh well, obviously they need to do this, this, and this, but it's not obvious for these particular players, and they really need to think about every single touch they're doing, every single play, every single challenge, and it's not currently second nature. So it's really interesting to see how they're dealing with that right now. I think the Eagles have adapted super well to this league, and I think it might take some time, but I do genuinely see a world where Ali and Koala are challenging the bigger teams in Origin League this season when if they start bringing their comms together, because I think that's their biggest problem right now.
I agree. I mean, like I said, the misses will happen, but that's kind of why you have your teammate for you. That's like both teammates need to know that you should have each other's backs at all times, and they do. That's the thing. Koala's always trying to get back. Ali's always trying to get back. So they have like the teamwork's there, and then I just that's the next thing about these leagues: the growth as the season, or as the weeks go on and the season goes on. What both teams and both players, in this case twos, they bring. So that is a thing I love looking forward to, as Twins Devil can't quite get it around Koala as that ball sort of hits off Koala's car. Koala's going to try to dribble this, gets it around Javi, gets it around Twins Devil. There's a little bit of a chance here. Ali decides not to go up for it and gets bumped by Twins Devil for that. Twins Devil, it's going to get a nice shot on goal as Quick Koala decides to fake that challenge.
That's a really nice shot, and it's something I also want to draw attention to again when we're talking about positioning, because it's something that the Origin teams are going to have to hear a lot during this season if they want to improve. So there, Quick Koala had cheated up quite a way. Ali was going for the shot on the Eagles' net, and by the time the ball had turned around, there was no one in the midfield to prevent that shot from coming through for the Eagles. That one, unfortunately, is just a missed shot coming out from Koala, and those mistakes happen. But when you get countered, when you get turned around on, it's so important that you have someone sat there on that midfield to try and prevent that from happening. If it goes over your head and the ball isn't able to be hit, that's one thing. But when you are completely out of position and you're far too far pushed up the field and it's almost a double commit, that's when you've got to start thinking, right, we need to get these comms a bit better. We need to start not double committing. We need to start seriously thinking about where we need to be on the field, because that's half the battle at this stage.
Yes, as we had a double commit for the Owls, but they ended up getting back in time, and Koala definitely playing a little bit more aggressive, and I'm liking it. Twins Devil playing a little bit more reserved, but has the ability, or has the know-it-all to be able to. Can't quite get it around to Koala right there. Koala had the good defensive play. Javi taking it. Swag Ali taking a little bit of a loop there, but able to come back in and help that as Koala sort of centering it. And Ali with a great save, great read on Devils, and can't quite get this ball turning around, and Javi getting in front. And that's again the just a little bit of a misses and the little bit of the aggressive play. I love to see it, but you kind of got to slow down in there, and the Twins Devils going to end up dunking this one there. And unfortunately, a little too much circling for Swag Ali, and it just kind of leads to this.
Yeah, I can't lie. When I saw Ali make that save, I thought that's the turning point. Those comms would have been going absolutely off when Ali hit that save off the side. She would have been loving that particular hit.
Catch.
But nice catch from her as well. Yeah, good read. So unfortunately not the case. The Eagles do turn around. They do get their goal, but still 3 minutes on the clock. Still a lot of time left in this one for the Owls to mount some description of a comeback. But I have to say it would be quite impressive at this stage.
I agree, but again, the fight is always still there, so I don't think the Eagles can be complacent in any way, as Swag Ali keeping up the 50 win by Twins. Koala getting up and winning that one, That ball is going to be a little too slow. Javi has a chance to save it and actually almost scores that, but that ball is now going to just trickle down. Chance to actually get in. Twins Devil having to save that. Alley keeping it in as Javi trying to get it around from the corner. Can get it on Koala. I like the try by Koala, but unfortunately doesn't get it, and they're going to leave it and let that roll there. And unfortunately, those are what kind of feel a little sad when you get those misses, but Koala had to do what it had to do and just didn't quite make the play.
And see, that is one of those where it is kind of the play. I think Koala was in the right position there. It was just unfortunate with the aerial, right? We just need to get that read a little bit better, and that doesn't turn into an attack for the Eagles. But they might get another one here. Ali's not quite going to make it in time. They're going to go up to 5. Again, not necessarily to do with positioning, but you know,
I thought that was good positioning, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was much better positioning. It's just the shot was so powerful that sometimes you just can't do much about it, especially when the kickoff's only just started. But Eagles taking charge of this one. Ali going for the corner boost when the ball was in the net. 6-0 with 2 minutes 11 on the clock. Yeah, this one's a stat padder, I reckon.
Yes, I agree, and that just seems to be the things that now some of the mistakes are kind of becoming glaring, unfortunately, for the Owls, because those right there you can't do. You have to get back. You have to learn and trust yourself that you don't need the corner boost. Give yourself put a little faith in yourself. You can do it, and we have seen it. I've seen Swag Alley earlier on do really, really well. We know Koala can, because Koala has been making some really good touches and really good plays as Alley almost makes a nice demo. Alley gets back and it deters Twins Devil from that shot. Koala with a nice little turnaround and able to get around Javi. Swag Alley and Koala, I think, right here are just going to try to be aggressive. Nice little push off the wall, but Javi able to win that one. So, like I said, Koala making some nice little plays, and I think a lot of positioning. I think a little coaching would be in the Owls' favor.
Definitely agreed with that one. I think just a couple of scrims where you focus on positioning rather than making plays is definitely required for this Owls team. But I genuinely think with that they can really cause some teams some trouble, and we have some fantastic players in the FDL who would be more than happy to do that. I'm sure. Javi maybe having a little bit of a problem here, but it seems to be up and running again.
I was gonna say it looked a little funny.
Yeah, the Owls attack. Ali's going to find the bottom corner. And oh my goodness, could we see the comeback of the century, KG?
I would love it, and I'm not going to lie, that would be amazing. But I'll be honest, I don't see Twins Devil and Javi doing that. They are playing really, really careful right now, but making the right plays, because they are kind of letting the Owls make those plays. Like Ali right there in the second game would have hesitated a little bit more. That time, read it really well, decided when she wanted to go, and made that. And as right here, nice little play right there. Oh, Twins Devil. I think Ali went at the right time. Twins Devil's a really good player. I think they're going to be a force in this Origin League, especially the way they're playing. So, like, I love the confidence by Quick Koala and Ali, because they don't show like they're losing 7-1 here. Not by their cars, at least. But that's something that I kind of want to, I hope kind of happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I will say is I can feel the sand on my feet. I have a mojito in my hand. I feel like I'm on the don't ruin it.
He's gone goal.
No. Oh.
I think he's listening to the stream and he's like, no.
We were in Brazil for 20 seconds or so. That was nice, and we've just been booked on a first class trip back to our respective countries, unfortunately. But there we go. The Eagles, first class, yeah, absolutely.
At least it's first class, definitely.
hey, we're big time FDL. You know, not paying for economy.
No.
Twins Devil bringing this one forward, maybe looking for a 9th here as Javi goes for the flick. He's not quite going to find it, but it still could go in. Oh, what a save! A little bit of style points at the end there for Quick Koala, but it's not going to change the fact that the Eagles have won this series in relatively convincing fashion, 3-0.
Yes, Twins Devils. They made a name. They were
Mm.
very accurate. I'm going to use that. They a lot of their touches were deliberate. Um, I have to say that they played an excellent game, and they you could tell the comms were working for them. You got to give a lot to the Eagles, and I don't want to take it too much away from the Owls because they played really hard. It was obvious and apparent how hard they played, and they didn't give up a single second. But the Eagles just were able to make the right plays, the right reads, and dominated. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and those are the kind of games that sometimes you're going to get in Origin League. That is just the way that it happens. But as you say, I think Twins Devil. I think even Harvey had a really good game. I think he was the perfect foil to the plays that Twins Devil was trying to make. The two of them seem to have a really good team chemistry, a really good understanding. They know exactly where the other's going to be at any given time, and to me, they're a serious problem for the other Origin teams in their league.
Yes, I agree 100%. You see, oh, sorry,
Oh.
we are going to have some people come in. We're going to have the winning team here, and we're going to give an interview. Rhino Boy, please take over and please, yes.
I will do my best. Welcome to the panel, Harvey and Twins Devil. Welcome. Firstly, welcome to FDL. I know this is your first season here, so Harvey will come to you first. Hopefully, your mic is working. How did that feel for you jumping in stream today?
It was good. The nerves were definitely hidden, but I think after a while, I kind of got used to it.
After a while, I kind of got used to it. And similar question to Twins Devil. You seemed right at home in FDL here. You seemed like you were hitting some fantastic shots and playing really well. Did you feel like you were switched on today?
A lot of nerves, honestly. First game ever
Oh,
in the
really?
league. Just nervous, yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I played my best Rocket League, honestly, today, but I tried my best, and that's all I can really do, and we got the win.
Well, I'm going to say right now that that should send shivers down the spines of the rest of Origin League. If that's not you playing your best, Twins Devil, goodness, you put on a clinic as far as we were concerned. Obviously, we had the combine for FTL earlier today, and now you guys are jumping into FDL, which was really good to see. Obviously, we won that in a sweep. Eagles taking a sweep in their first game in FDL. Obviously, that's got to feel good. Harvey, were you expecting that kind of game? Did you know much about FDL, your opponents today, or were you coming in quite blind?
Well, I mean, obviously, as a team, we want to go in confident, but at the same time, we know that we're gonna have good competition either way. So we're just going in, just gonna try our best and hoping for the best outcome.
And the best outcome did indeed happen. KG, do you have any questions for our panelists here?
I would just have to ask you guys seem to settle down the last two games, and obviously you scored a lot of goals, but the offense, was that the comms right there, or was it just kind of, did it feel natural to do the twos rotations that way?
Just calmness. I mean, we calmed down a lot going into game two. We just took time, said just we got to take our time. We'll have our opportunities, and ultimately we did. I mean, not much more to it.
I like that. Definitely. I'm glad you mentioned calming down as most of those shots they were really nice, well hit. So again, game one, game two, game three, you kind of had a nice progression, and it was kind of obvious to see that you guys settled in as the time went on.
Yeah.
Absolutely, very cool. One last question I'm going to ask to Twins Devil before we close this one down. Twins Devil, we talked a lot on the commentary booth about your positioning, right? And we talked a lot about the fact that you and Harvey seem to have a good understanding of where each other are on the pitch. Have you been playing together a long time? Have you been pre-seasoning together? Is that something you've worked on, or is it just something that has come naturally as you've started the league today?
Honestly, both, because we probably played, in my opinion, probably more preseason games than probably any other team in FDL. We played Origin teams, Adept teams, Expert teams. We just really worked on our positioning, and understanding each other, our comms, rotations, everything, and it came together today.
It absolutely did come together today. Well, congratulations to the Origin Eagles. You guys have won the first game of the new season 3-0 over the Owls. Absolutely congratulations. Thank you for putting on a fantastic show. So, with that being said, we have about 20 minutes until our final game of the evening, and you folks are not going to want to miss it. We are looking at some Elite League action. We are looking at the Eagles taking on the Gators at 11 o'clock tonight. KJ and KG are going to be your casters. I'm sure that won't get confusing at all. It's going to be very, very good. So stick around for that one, 20 minutes time. KG, anything you want to say to the people before we sign out?
Not right now. I can't wait to see you guys in a little bit. So we look forward to having just as many viewers enjoy the next set of games.
As per usual, thank you everyone so much for watching the FDL today. One more game and then we can say good night. So until then, take it easy, stay tuned, see you then.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our last match of the day, or at least for today. I am KJ back in the booth for FTL Season 6. It is so exciting to be here. I'd have been here earlier, but they didn't fix the leg for the table for the desk, so sorry about that. But I am joined here by my good friend KG. So good luck to everybody that's trying to shout us out. Make sure you get the right ones right. KG, how you doing? I know you just got off of I know you just came from another game that was very interesting to say the least.
Yes, it was an awesome series, even though it was a sweep and we didn't get to see extra games of Rocket League. It still was really good to see, and I like where the direction is going in that particular tier.
Yeah, and that was an Origin League game, and the Eagles were able to get a 3-0 sweep of the Owls. Going to be very interesting to see if the Owls can bounce back in that one. But for this one, we have the Elite League, the top tier, highest gameplay that you could ask for. We have the Eagles with Tyler, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I think I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's Luzera. I can't. For God's sakes, my pronunciation is absolutely terrible. Taking on the team of Feed and Cryptic with the Gators. So, KG, I always have to ask this whenever I'm in a cast with anybody and whenever I'm here in the booth. Who do you have in this game as we get these guys on the field?
Well, Fortunately, I've heard Cryptic's name a few times, and I've seen the name a few times, so I have to actually go with that right now. Sometimes when you hear the name enough, it kind of just gets embedded into your brain, and I'm going to kind of trust the people that I've heard that says that Cryptic's pretty darn good, and go with them.
Okay, so we got a Gators.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I am... well, as a former Eagle, I have to go with the Gators as well. That being said,
nice demo.
Feed able to get a good demo on Aluzai. I have the pronunciation correct. Cryptic getting a demo there as well. Good 50-50. This one going to spill out to Feed. Feed going to be able to pop over one. Going to look for a shot here. Great save by Tyler.alt. It's fine. We're just going to call him Tyler, as Tyler's going to get a good beat on Cryptic, but Feed does have possession. Gonna pop this one high. Get himself a touch. Try to go for the flip reset. Look like, but Cryptic gonna be able to try to slot that one, and great save there from Tyler. Good patience from him. And we're 45. We're a little over 45 seconds in, and this one is already looking like it's gonna be a very long series.
I agree. Fast-paced right off the bat a minute, and Alizai getting it into the corner. Can make another touch. They do. Great deflection by Feed. Cryptic has an open net here, and this is the division that it's probably going in, especially something easy like that, as a nice turn right there. Beautiful use of the handbrake, and that is how you do it.
Yeah, Tyler just got caught cheating up just a little bit too far. That's going to be something that they're going to have to make sure that they cut back on. Got to watch them overcommits, especially here in the Elite League. They're going to punish you for it almost every single time. Mm-hmm. That being said, though, Cryptic going to put on another shot. I believe that is his fourth shot. And we haven't even played half the game.
No, it's getting kind of crazy already. This Gators team really putting on the offensive. And the Eagles, it's not like they're not trying back. They're just not able to actually get a counterattack going. And right here, as Tyler gets the defense right there and tries to get it around Feed able to catch it. And as Alzai, they're, like I said, they're playing really well, but the advantage is really on the Gators, as Cryptic with a really nice hit, but nice and high for them, and Tyler trying to control, getting it in the air. Coming up on 3 minutes to go, Cryptic just knocks him out and bullies him out of the way as Feed takes over and tries to get around Alzai.
Yeah, and one of the things I'm noticing is that the physicality isn't really there for the Eagles. They do like to play a physical game, as Cryptic is going to have his shot saved away. And that's a good shot from Feed. I really thought Alizai was going to be able to get a touch on that, but the Gators are going to take a 2-0 lead. Still plenty of Rocket League left to go, KG, but it's really been all Gators with all this offensive pressure.
It really has been. The Eagles really haven't been able to to get out of their zone mostly. I feel like it's 60-40, 70-30 at least right now, as Aluzai going to try to get around Feed and can't quite do it. Feed, but giving it right back to Aluzai, so now they are eventually getting it back into the zone. Can't get it around Cryptic, as Cryptic's able to touch that away and save it, but they are able to try another chance at offense, and Aluzai turns away from that. We have an open goal here, getting it just beyond Feed, and nice placement right there by Aluzai.
Oh, but we can't give Aluzai all the credit for that. Tyler coming in with a huge bump onto Cryptic to get him out of the way. He said, "See you later. Get on out of here. We need to put one on the board." And this Gators lead has been cut in half.
Yes, and they needed that as soon as they could, because you don't want to go down 3-0 in this type of division. It gets a little bit tougher as the goals get higher for teams when their players are this good to really come back from that.
Yeah, definitely a thing to watch out for. And I already said I was going to do it once, but Cryptic gonna be able to put that one away very easily. Tyler gonna try to is able to get the boost. Does have the advantage though, but Feed able to bump him off. Cryptic gonna keep this offensive pressure going. The Gators, Aluzai. A little bit of a dangerous ball, but Cryptic overshoots it. This could be a good opportunity for the Eagles, but Feed has been right there to keep this ball in. But Tyler gonna be able to break out. Does have an open net here. Is going to be able to find it right down the middle with that GC goal explosion. High game. 1:23 left to go. Look at that. 2-2. 1-2-3.
Able to get to Supersonic just in time, getting around Cryptic, and the aggression actually is picking up for the Eagles, as the beginning of the game, they definitely weren't quite as aggressive. And the Gators are actually a little bit on their heels right now as Cryptic trying to get it around. They need an answer right back because the Eagles have a little bit of momentum. And what a chance there for Tyler to save it, but instead Cryptic with what a play here by Cryptic.
What a powerful flick. Even got the demo on Aluzai as well. Just able to get enough speed on that to put that in the top left-hand corner of the net. Cryptic, you've heard his name. Everybody's heard of Cryptic. Very great player, but Aluzai has something to say about it. He's going to tie this one up. Here we go. Here comes the barn burner. Finally, after almost 4 minutes of play, we finally start seeing the goals coming in.
Oh, this is the twos gameplay. I love seeing the feel out stages and then the goals just coming because both teams have sort of like read each other in a great way. Cryptic getting it into the corner. Aluzai battling Cryptic, and Feed not there to make anything as Aluzai trying to dribble it away. Feed able to get it around him, or actually steal it from him, but Aluzai with a great recovery. Tyler going to try to get over Cryptic, who was able to make a nice save and get demoed for their actions. I'm not sure who actually got the boost there. I think Cryptic did. Tyler doesn't need to worry about it right now as they're going to try to flick it to the right. Cryptic getting it away. Aluzai trying to keep it in zone, and they do, wasting time, 30 seconds, but Cryptic stealing it, picking the pocket, and coming off the wall and winning Tyler's 50. Ball is going to fall harmlessly to the other side as Feed trying to make a play on it. Slowing down a little bit, trying to pass it to Cryptic. Well, no, I think he was trying to take that as trying to confuse me a little bit as a caster.
The confusion is what these players do best. Is Tyler going to be able to get a touch out on this? Feed does have a good opportunity here, but a great save by Tyler. This ball's down. We've got overtime. And I'm going to tell you what, KG, my favorite thing is overtime. And if we have 5 games worth of overtime, I am a happy, happy, happy man.
You're darn right. And right there's Tyler can't get that last little touch. Aluzai can't get it either. Great defense right there by the Gators. Good plays here as that ball is going to get hit almost the other side, so the counterattack not really coming to fruition. Tyler's going to try to air drag it. No, flicks it. Gets the flip reset around, but no. Cryptic. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh.
What is going on here? Feed. Dangerous patience, as that could have been something dangerous right there.
Oh, my heart was a thumping on that one because that looked really scary, especially off of that Feed touch. How is I gonna be able to get a touch here, but Feed gonna be able to take over and give it off to Cryptic. Cryptic misses the the pre-flip on it, but is able to get that out of harm's way for the time being. I will say this though, there is one thing that I have noticed, and I wanted to wait until after this game was over. We're a minute into overtime, but there's not. They're playing a really passive aggressive style. Tyler gonna be able to put that one almost into the back of the net, but what a save by Cryptic and Feed combining for that one. Holy! This is why I love Elite League.
Yes, that was an amazing play. Very good. This is where where I mentioned in the Origin League, patience and just taking some calmness into it. You could tell that they aren't freaking out, and that was not an excitable play. And you need that. You need to have the confidence to say, no, I'm going to make this play. I'm going to make the save. I'm going to make the shot. And they're showing one of the reasons why they are in Elite right now. Oh. As I say that, and a double miss.
I had to wait for a second before I said anything else. That one, but Tyler going to be able to find an open net all the way down the other end of the field. Bang, bang, boomerang. Tyler able to give the Eagles a series lead to start their season 1-0, 4-3 overtime. Holy crap, there's a lot to talk about.
Yes, what an awesome game. It started off, Gators looked really, really good, but the Eagles were able to counter a lot of the things that were making the Gators win and really flip the script. They went, I think, 70-30 to easily 50-50, and that's a really massive percentage to do halfway through the game.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of the things that I always touch on, and I've touched on previous seasons being here. It's that comfortability. It's the first game of the first week. Obviously, you want to make a good impression, but at the same time, sometimes nerves play a factor. If you don't have the kind of playtime that you need to have with somebody, you haven't exactly had that time to create that chemistry, a bunch of different things can happen.
Yes.
I think this was a really good game for the Gators. They played super well, 10 shots on net. The Eagles were just able to outshoot them. And obviously, as the scoreline says, Eagles able to come away with the win. However, that being said, game 2 starting, I think the Eagles need to be able to take that momentum and ride it and continue to build on it.
I agree 100%. They can't be complacent because that was a tough game for both teams. Aluzai going to take the kickoff and hit it down the opposite side and make Cryptic do something with it. They do. Feed able to get it away from Aluzai as Tyler taking control. Is this going to be a pass? A little bit of a flip reset pass. Definitely. Cryptic with a great read, great save. And that could have been dangerous.
Oh my God.
A shot from Tyler with a great save. And Feed going to take over right there instead of getting it away, dribbling it. Great play, getting it around Tyler. And what a counter by Feed and Cryptic. That was just as much Cryptic's goal as it was Feed's.
This is such an amazing play by Cryptic, and Cryptic deserves all the credit for this one. Aluzai in a bad position, not able to recover to get and provide assistance back on the Eagles end. Cryptic faking the bump on Tyler is what really set that one up. The Feed was able to just walk that ball right in, give the Gators a 1-0 lead. But we did see this in the last one, though. I do have to say that. The Gators started off quick, and then the Eagles were able to match it and come back.
Yes, Aluzai, I feel like, kicked it off, and Tyler just took over. I believe that the shots on goal were definitely in Gators' favor, as that definitely had a chance to go in, and especially in a division like this. Tyler able to read Feed's play right here. Can Cryptic get to it before Tyler does, and Tyler backs off and avoids the demo for it. And it just kind of feels to me like last game, the Eagles didn't have as many shots until late in, and Tyler going to win that one. Cryptic coming, and nobody was back, so that could have been dangerous. As Feed gets it over Aluzai and winning that one, Tyler catching it, coming off the wall. See what they do with it. A little bit of a reset there, but Cryptic reading it very well. Bumping it up. Aluzai trying to take control, but Cryptic another good defensive play here as Tyler backing off back wall. Feed deflecting the opposite side and trying to make a shot. Great job by Aluzai, and Tyler flicking to the opposite side and preventing Cryptic from getting anything as the Eagles are trying to get their own offense going.
Yeah, and I think one of the kickstarters here is going to be making sure that they can continue the plays that they were making last game as Cryptic. Going to look for the flip reset. This ball dangerous, but Aluzai able to clear it away rather easily. Gets a little counterattack shot, but nothing doing there. Feed says no. Feed and KG, I know this is your first season being here, but oh no!
Is he saving himself or?
Oh my god, how do I explain this? He went for the air dribble bump, does get the bump, but gets bumped right back into the ball.
What a save! Oh gosh, that's you got to feel for them right there for that one. But Aluzai, now I'm still worried about it. You can obviously tell they don't care anymore about it because they're playing really hard as Feed tries to get it around, but Tyler with great positioning, with a great catch. Can they get it around Cryptic? No, Cryptic with another great play and a great deflection off the top backboard so that nobody could come up with a follow-up. So again, the elite, you got to see that. That was planned right there by Cryptic, although a nice bump from Tyler. Feed with a just barely touch. So that was planned by Cryptic to get that, and this could be in. Ooh, nice job by Cryptic being aggressive.
Yeah, and that aggression is what really helped there. But the only problem was that all he had to do was just stay in the way. Feed able to move that last Eagle defender, get the full overcommit. Cryptic with an easy goal. That's 2 easy goals that the Gators have had.
Yes, and I think this was a planned play, but Cryptic couldn't quite turn the way they wanted, and Feed got demoed. Aluzai trying to turn and winning this one. Can't quite get the shot on goal, and that little bit dangerous here. There's still minute 35, plenty of time, as Tyler and Aluzai are having a good job getting the offense going. They've got 4 shots of 7. It's not crazy off, as Tyler trying to get it away from Feed does, and Aluzai taking over. So I really do think the Eagles right now, they're as the time clicks down, they don't have as much time, but they do have the offense to do it.
Yeah, and this is the other thing, is that even if the Eagles do end up losing this game, it's not the end of the world. They're not going down 2-0 in the series. It's going to be a tied series 1-1. So there is no reason to panic. Do you want to score a goal? Absolutely. Do you want to score a second? Absolutely. But there's no reason for the Eagles to panic yet.
I agree 100%. That's as Tyler trying to get the top hit down. Is he going to try double tap? It does. And Aluzai with a great job coming up with a little bit of a play here. Feed, I don't think read that Tyler was going to hit that again, and I think that's what led to Aluzai coming in being aggressive.
Back post rotation. Back post. I can hear the cheerleaders with their pom-poms in the background. Back post rotation. Feed. Pushing up just a little bit too far for that one. Blue side. Just barely able to try to muster that one in. Feed looking for a shot here. Gonna be able to find one. Good save there by Tyler. Eagles still have a good opportunity to take this one all the way down the field. But they're going to have to try to do it now. Better to do it now rather than wait. Ozai trying to get a good 50, not going to be able to. Tyler, the final 10 seconds. Gets past one. Has
chance
one
here.
Man to beat. Has a good chance here. Great flick. Not able to get it. Ball still up in the air. 0 seconds. 0 second heroes. Feed going to be able to clear this one down. Eagles have to go the entire length of the field, but they're not going to be able to as this one touches the ground.
Damn.
The Gators take game 2, and I have to ask you, KG, do we go to 5?
Oh, man. Yes, neither team wants to give it up. I think in this case, the Gators, they started off strong, were able to fend off the Eagles, and the Eagles, that goal at the end, making it interesting, but I want to go. My gut says yes, and my want for Rocket League says yes. So I'm going to merge those two together, and we're going to create the ultimate 5-game series. And I really do think that both teams want it. Either nobody wants to go to bed yet. Everybody wants to still play this. And let me tell you something. I've seen some absolutely crazy saves by Tyler, and Aluzai too. But Tyler's had some really nice like reactionary saves that could have easily been dunks. and I gotta give him credit.
Yeah, and I would also like to point out that Feed and Cryptic, no strangers to the Elite League, but Tyler was actually in the Expert League last season, so he was able to jump up two different
Nice.
leagues. So definitely going to be a player to watch out for. However,
Keeping
that
up too.
yeah, that last game, Eagles look solid, but they're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive. Go for some of those bumps and demos. Got to remove somebody out of the play to give yourself a 2v1 opportunity.
I agree, and the opportunities they've been giving themselves without doing that have been pretty decent. So if they can pick up and expand their game a little bit, as Aluzai getting it, oh man, that would have been a sick goal had he gotten that one. But had they can get that feed, Aluzai with a great save, and it was actually good job. And I feel like they calmed that, but Feed able to get that garbage play back in, or the Aluzai. I feel like that was a good calm right there. Sorry, by Tyler to say, I'm going for it. Aluzai be the backup, but it just ended up being goal anyway.
Yeah, and it was a perfect pass by Cryptic. Seeing Feed over on the opposite side, using that open side of the field, able to get that pass over very quickly, giving Feed an opportunity to shoot it as hard as he wanted to. The only thing is, a little bit of a double commit there from the Eagles, but Aluzai was able to get some sort of boost to be able to give himself a chance to be back on defense. Aluzai, great touch by him, able to keep that one out and in the midfield. This ball going over to Feed. Cryptic was looking. It looked like he was looking for a bump or a demo. As he goes up for this one. Not much boost to his name here as Aluzai. Gonna play this one off the back wall. Tyler, not a very good touch here, but both Gators go. They had a perfect opportunity to be able to take a 2-0 lead. Aluzai gonna go down the field. Looks for the air dribble bump and is gonna find it. And Aluzai out here in Elite League, first season, first really good clip for that man.
Calculated, ladies and gentlemen. You saw them aim. That was an aiming play. That was, I'm going to bump them, and they did exactly what they wanted to do. And that is a thing of beauty when you can see something that you want to do come to fruition. Cryptic didn't really have a chance, and that's a tying goal. So like, I think both teams really want it. Tyler's gonna push it on there. Cryptic getting it away. Aluzai with a cleanup, but Cryptic with a nice dunk, defense dunk, and a demo by Tyler. And now they're starting to play a little faster in this game. Game 3, Feed with a demo to give them right back at you vibes. And I love how both teams, since the feeling out has finished, Game 2 is finished. Now Game 3 is that game that really will define it.
No.
What a fake. I'm going to call that a fake.
Well, that's exactly what that was. Cryptic was going to go for the flip reset, decided to go over the ball instead, and it was just an absolute mystery by the Eagles. They did not think that ball was going to go in because, sometimes with a ball like that, it bounces just a little bit high, but great placement there from Cryptic to be able to take enough off of that to put that one in, as Cryptic is going to get demoed for his efforts of keeping the ball down in the Eagles half. His Feed going to put this one over into the corner, able to pick up the 100 boost. Great bump on Tyler. This is a good opportunity for the Gators if they can break out of their half.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Cryptic stayed back the entire time. I was actually about to call him out for playing too far up, but he's like, nah, Feed's got it. I just have to wait a second. Did wait a second and is able to get around. So 3-1, 245, still plenty of time, but I kind of like the aggression right there. It shows a little cockiness, and sometimes you got to use that to play games with the opposite team.
So I don't want to jinx myself or anything like that, but I'm going to say it anyway. Over the past couple seasons, I have had really bad luck when it came to being here on the desk with anybody. I'd say one thing, the opposite thing would happen. We call that the caster curse, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
I feel like I called that goal. I'm just saying that it was a good opportunity for the Gators, and then all of a sudden they score an open net. So I'm not saying my luck is changing, but it might be changing.
Starting to predict it. Oh!
Yeah.
Double commit.
I'm gonna call this that my luck is changing. And it wasn't just any double commit. Tyler ends up bumping Aluzai out of the way, not able to make the save. Gators go up 4-0, 2:08 left to go. KG, do the Eagles have what it takes to mount the comeback?
Have what it takes, yes, but you have an opposite team in the Gators that don't want to allow it, and they are playing really well right now. So I don't think that the comeback is going to happen unless they really, and I mean this, really get a good, quick 2 goals. In my opinion, 2 goals right now because it's a minute 50, and in this tier, the mistakes don't quite happen as often as they need to get back into this game this quickly. So Feed with a great defense, Cryptic turning around and getting it around Aluzai. So we have a little bit of a chance here as Cryptic, nice patience. They have all the opportunity in the world to, and the time in the world to make these decisions, and the Eagles really have to try to be aggressive, and they don't have the time.
Yeah, and really all the Gators have to do is play for that time. As Cryptic gonna look for a pass here, gonna be able to find Feed. Feed gonna be able to put that one in, and the Gators extend their lead 5-1. I don't want to say the nail is in the coffin, but it's starting to get drove in there pretty deep.
Yes, and again, this is one of those leads that's, while not insurmountable, especially for twos, because weird things happen in twos. This is a tough one, as Aluzai can't quite dunk it on Feed. Feed able to get the save. Tyler trying to catch it in the corner, as not quite awkward as he gets it around Feed and Cryptic, and trying to make a play here. Can they? Cryptic getting it over, and that's going to be a good job by Feed getting it away, and Aluzai can't quite stop that and get anything from it. So yeah, I think this under a minute to go, as Aluzai and Tyler drove away from the ball right there. Feed just kind of backing up and playing, mind games right now. It's just 5-1. They know what they've got.
Yeah, and like I said, they're just gonna play for time here. Cryptic looking for a shot there, almost able to find it. If that would have been a very demoralizing goal had he scored that.
Yeah, that's why they kind of, that little backup by Feed earlier was a little bit of one of those, ooh, they're being cheeky now, and you kind of gotta be careful. What a bang by Feed, but Aluzai with a great save. What a reaction time, and I just wish I could do that. Oh my goodness.
Honestly, same. But even so, usually you hear about the bar down. This time it's bar up. Cryptic with a great shot here. Ball still on the ground, but this one is all but over.
Come on.
We are just waiting for the ball to touch the ground, and there it is. Eagles could have definitely had a good opportunity to score one more to carry some momentum here into game 4. But as it stands right now, the Gators lead this series 2-1.
Yes, good. I read a chat, so I kind of...
Yeah, I kind of chuckled at the same thing you did. I don't want to say I don't want to call any player out. This game was not a good game for Tyler. 146 points, where he's been averaging at least 300 to 350. He's going to have to do more and step it up a little bit, because Aluzai cannot do everything, especially with such a strong team as Cryptic and Feed.
I agree. 8 shots on goal and then no saves for Tyler. Not that, but again, we don't talk about points enough. Points don't matter, but they do. They can tell a story, a small story. And in a game like this, with a 1 goal, obviously the assist might not be there, but no saves with that many shots on goal. It kind of seems like they were a little bit slower than they were the first 2 games. And I'll be honest, I can't quite see what that's doing. I can't say that the Gators are just that much faster these games. It just kind of felt like Tyler was just a little bit off that game. And if they can shore that up, that's not going to be the same scoreline as there was before.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Eagles right here, as Aluzai got to put a shot on, but saved away by Feed. And that's kind of been the storyline for the Gators. Feed has been just all over on the defensive side. Aluzai able to make some offensive pressure, but Tyler has been the defensive mastermind. Not going to be able to find a shot there as Feed comes barreling in.
Nice demo.
Tyler looking for a pass from Aluzai, not going to be able to find it. Cryptic able to get past one. Looking to take this one up the wall, but a great boost steal by Aluzai. Ozai gonna try to get some sort of control on this. Is able to get a good 50-50, but does miss that corner boost, and that corner boost may come back to bite him in the you know what.
Yeah, but oh, what a great save by Cryptic reading that one. Aluzai right now, while they haven't scored any goals. Uh-oh.
Well, okay. All right, let me take this one. KG, welcome to the FDL. We are currently casting the Eagles, and you know what? When an Eagle loses one wing, you have to take another wing from the other side. So whether it's an own goal, and that's actually one of the reasons why they own goal, but Feed is going to be able to put a second one in, and that own goal was just very unfortunate. It was such an awkward ball.
Yes, I'm laughing awkwardly for them. So I
think
have
you're
to say,
laughing awkwardly for both of us.
yeah, it kind of felt like that second goal for the Gators was based. Oh no, nope, never mind. Aluzai with a great job. What a save! And that right there is where the fight needs to come in. Aluzai with weird positioning, though. I like it. That is a good job cutting off the angle. If they with any shot right there, other than a really high shot, Aluzai had the chance. So that was great positioning. Feed though didn't quite see Feed, and unfortunately left out to dry 2-1 and 3-0 score.
I didn't see Feed. I'm gonna be honest. I did not see Feed coming in for that ball, but I love the Gator aggression. You know what they say? Om nom nom. It's time for the Gators to eat, and it looks like they are having you ready for this? They are having a feeding frenzy.
Yes, they are, and I wanted to say that we were going to see some more games, but it's not looking good as Tyler able to turn on that. That was a great job by Cryptic. Aluzai looking to go up, but Feed's going to try to deflect at the side. Does a good job of that. Aluzai trying to pass it to the center. Cryptic missing that, actually. Tyler shot on goal. Feed was not expecting that, and that was an awkward angle. Great shot.
Okay, we finally see some life in the Eagles. That's what we needed to see. 3 minutes left is a lot of time, regardless of what league you're in. 3 minutes is 3 minutes, and it can go by very slowly, or it can go by very quickly. It's all in how the Eagles respond to getting this first goal. Can they get a second one, and how long will it take for it to happen?
This is where that comes in. You got to still play some patience. Got to have those comms be ready, and then you kind of got to plan your attack here. Like Aluzai, I mean, you kind of got to know as Tyler what they're going to do, and getting it around Feed as Feed trying to get it in there. Cryptic with a nice touch, and is able to get that second touch. What, man? I think I was right in Cryptic being called out as one of the better, I guess, players, and one of the reasons why they can win these games. Oh man!
Wow. I think Cryptic was going for a flip reset, wasn't able to get it to touch one of the back wheels, but even still, what an adjustment from him to be able to get back to that ball.
Yes. Oh no, the double commit ends up winning. Feed and now the things are just going right for them as Feed and Cryptic. Look at that. Double commit, great job. As I read the chat. Yeah, no, they're right. You are a truck, because I think that they don't have an Octane. They've got an 18-wheeler in there.
Yeah. Don't know.
Oh, no!
What a save from Feed! Oh my gosh! And this is one of the very interesting things, is because, you know, the Eagles are able to find themselves in really good positions for offensive attacks. Aluzai gonna be able to find another one here. Perfect placement, just barely getting that past Cryptic, but just enough on it to give the Eagles a solid chance. Still 2 minutes left to go. It feels like it's been 3 minutes since I last said that there was 3 minutes left in the game. Do we see the comeback? The comeback has to happen in this one. Otherwise, the Eagles will end up losing their first series of Season 6.
I want the comeback because I want to see more Rocket League. I don't want to. I just need it, and I do like the fight between them. After that own goal, that really kind of it sort of set the tone for the first minute of the game. They are playing some really good ball, although that is a little bit of a miscommunication double commit. Alizai going to try to get a touch feed, can't quite get it, and let's see if they've got a nice passing play coming up. Tyler going to center it, demoing feed, and Cryptic with another great save. Not playing complacent, but Alizai with a great dribble, getting it around Cryptic, and you gotta feel a little silly.
Oh my goodness, Alizai actually made Cryptic look a little silly. I'm not gonna lie. As the kids these days would say, no cap. He made him look absolutely silly. But Eagles are still down by 2. They need to score at least one of those 2 right now.
Uh-oh.
But the problem is that both the Eagles are going to overcommit, and the Gators are going to find themselves a 6th goal. Now, KG, this is the thing, right?
Mm.
In this game in particular, the Eagles are putting up a huge fight compared to the last one.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, with that 6th goal, does that kind of take some of the momentum away?
Yeah, I don't, unless they can really devastate right here. Like, they really need, like, 2 quick goals. And Cryptic's going to be that person to get Alizai out of the way, and Alizai decides to just let it go as feed with a great goal. Yeah, no, that was it, unfortunately. A minute left, and that kind of deflated, in my opinion, the Eagles' sails. The wind fell. They're perched, kind of waiting for the food to come to them instead.
Yeah, they really need to start soaring a little bit higher. But that being said, on the wings of Eagles.
Oh no!
Ooh, almost finding himself yet another one. Cryptic gonna stay on this ball. This ball's gonna go out to the mid. Feed, not a very good touch on it. Good counterattack opportunity for the Eagles. Tyler looking for the pass.
Oh.
No touch from the Gators, but actually, I know what you're saying, 0-2, and the fact that he didn't touch the ball.
My feed.
It was perfect for. What is happening?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I just want to point this out. This is the same feed that last season was able to help his team go 10 and actually 12-0, even though they lost in the championships.
Oh,
they went 12-0.
So they've got those pedigree, the chops of winning. You can tell
what needs to be done. But that being said, KG, this series is over. The Gators are gonna take this one 3 games to 1. Eagles go to 0-1. Gators 1-0. And one thing I do want to talk about: Feed dropping 1,100 points, almost having a 1,200 point game. And I mean, he earned it.
Yes, especially this game. I gotta say that first off, Eagles, they played an excellent game. Not too many mistakes, and the mistakes did lead to the goals by the Gators, so the Gators were able to take advantage of them. So learning from that, try not to make those. But that being said, massive fight. They put in a lot of effort trying to get these wins in, but the Gators just kept coming. They kept coming, and they just wouldn't stop, and it was relentless, and it just kind of worn down the Eagles a little too much.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that the Eagles are going to have to definitely take a look at is how do they clean up the mistakes? Because there were a good chunk of mistakes in that one. Did they fully falter? I would not necessarily say that they did. But the Gators just proved to be a very, very strong team, and it shows that their GM knows what he's doing for picking team players. Mm-hmm. And speaking of team players, we have the winning team here, the Gators, Feed and Cryptic. How are you guys feeling after realizing your dream of starting 1-0?
I'm feeling a little carried. I'm not gonna lie.
I just got back from a 3-day break.
I'm just a different beast today.
Well, it definitely was a feeding frenzy. For those of you that would like a good chuckle and a laugh, Feed, I got to talk to you first though. In those first 3 games, you were kind of quiet. I mean, it wasn't. Yes, you were making absolutely magnificent saves, making absolutely magnificent shots, passes, making sure that you were there for Cryptic to be able to catch a rebound or something of the sort. That last game, you had 5 goals on 6 shots, and I believe if I'm correct, KG, if you could correct me on this if I'm wrong, I believe it was 6 saves.
I did.
I think so.
Yeah, you
I-
did. It was 6.
You
I don't
almost
know.
you almost threw up a 1,200-point game. Was that the plan of like let Cryptic do his thing and then I'll figure out what I can do for myself?
I mean, not really. I was just playing my game, and so was Cryptic. And then I just kept scoring and scoring. Getting saves. And then
Okay.
that happened.
KG, anything from you?
Well, actually, I wanted to know you could definitely tell that that team was pretty skilled, especially Aluzai played very, very well. Did you guys need to get him uncomfortable out of the game? Do you think to win that one, or was it kind of just the relentless offense that you guys put on them?
I think the first game was kind of a test for us to kind of figure out how we had to play against them, and then we kind of, as we played, we realized if we were able to shut him down, we were able to pretty much get rid of any of their offensive plays as they started. And it was kind of the idea we ran with for the series.
Hey, you guys did a good job with the strategy, especially after that first game. We noticed a different sense in your team, and from there, last question, I want to know: as Feed went off, did you just decide to just kind of sit back and change your strategy a little bit, or did you think to yourself, get a little jealous if you know what I mean?
I think it was mostly like the goals that were coming through were such fast, like just quick shots across the field. And I was just kind of trying my best to. Once I saw that Feed was just kind of pelting it back in the net the entire game, I decided to just take a second man position and give him that space because he was really making it work that game.
Heck yeah! Thank you very much.
Well, I have one final, well, actually, technically 2 final things for you. And I believe it was you, Cryptic, that was the victim of the season's first air dribble bump. And you had to have known that I was going to say something about it because it's me and I like calling people out on stuff like that. That being said, when that happened, did you feel like maybe the momentum might shift in the Eagles' favor?
Not really. I tend to try my best not to focus on what's happened before when we get scored on. I feel like it doesn't do anything for the mentality if you do that. But I definitely think that was kind of a point where we were at least realized that mechanically I had to take them a little bit more seriously.
Well, KG, if you have nothing further for these gentlemen, I don't have anything further. Congratulations to the Gators, starting off 1-0 for the season. Very great series that we were able to watch. Now, that being said, Feed and Cryptic, we have tried to make it a point to do this. I haven't heard any of them tonight, but is there any teams that you would like to throw a gauntlet down to?
Ooh.
Not me, but Feed has anybody.
I feel like Feed is going to say the Hydras.
Well, there's like I think 3 or 4 teams I want to play and
Ooh.
beat.
Hey, go for it.
Well,
like that.
teams, but maybe players. I don't know if I want to beat B-Man, definitely.
Ooh. Understandable.
this.
And then for teams, I want to play. What team is Gabe on? I forgot what team he's on.
Gabe would be on the,
the
lobsters.
Yeah. I want to play him and the monkeys. Hey, Laggy and Chris. I don't know. I like playing them too. And then that's about it.
I like hearing this.
Well, that is a perfect gauntlet to throw. Be careful, Chris, Laggy, and everybody else, B-Man and Gabe. Good luck to you guys because this Gators team looks very, very solid. And keep in mind, I am just a messenger. The person that said it was Feed. If you want to go after him, by all means, go for it. But that being said, that is going to wrap it up here for us here at FDL for this evening. Make sure you come back because we do have some more games for you tomorrow. Start time, I do believe, is 7 p.m. We're going to have Expert Hydras taking on the Expert Monkeys. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to be here. So be there or be square. As for KG, I have been KJ, joined here by Cryptic and Feed. And thank you, as always, to our wonderful streamer for this original Thor. Very well done to you. Hope you all have a good night, and we hope to see you back here at 7 p.m. tomorrow.